the fighter and the kid. Had to run it back, cause we back at it again. Yeah, we gon' keep it moving like it's never gonna end. When it was Brendan, when it was Bryan, when it was just talking to friends. We got the kid Callen on the left, with the fighter on the right. Ay, had to do it right, cause we coming at you live. Back with the team, had to keep it OG, must see TV. Had to do it. Yes, we did, cause we back at it again. It's the fighter and the kid. Back at it again, it's the fighter and the kid. Back at it again, it's the fighter and the kid. It's the fighter and the kid.
This is really the fighter and the kid. We're out.
Come on, baby.
Well, we got a little pee-pee on my pants.
I know. You pee-peed on your pants a little bit. And you said that.
Tell?
You went, oops.
Well, little pee. You know when you put it back in?
Yep.
Put the snake back in the
You're
trousers?
not done yet.
The drip, but it was more than drip.
That's what happens. I'll put it back in, and he's like, I wasn't done. Psst.
Yeah, he's going.
And you're like, ooh, if I was in a really cold area, I might die. I would freeze to death. My dick would fall off.
Yeah, it's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You can't tell these jeans, though.
Yeah, but there is a little bit of a stain, isn't there?
I mean, you can't really tell.
I can from here.
Oh,
I
you can tell from
definitely
there.
tell.
Yeah,
That's a lot of pee.
It's right when because we were in the middle of conversation.
Right.
I wasn't paying
But
attention.
was that because you put it back in and you pissed through it?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I thought I was done.
No, you weren't
But
done.
I wasn't paying attention, and then just was like, let's put this.
Can't rush.
Put
Can't
the
rush
snake back
it.
in the can.
Yeah, you can't rush
The
things.
snake went. I'm not done.
I'm not done. That's the problem with rushing everything. There was a guy, my acting teacher, used this as an example, whether it's true or not, and he said, got to take your time, guys. You guys are rushing through these scenes. And my friend, she was such a dear friend of mine, and she was coming to visit me, and she had been in Michigan. The winter was horrible, and spring was here, and she was going to come to New York, and we had such a great time. I had everything planned. I had all these shows lined up and everything else. And she died. And everybody goes, whoa. I go, what happened? He goes, she was eating a piece of meat and she didn't chew it. And she choked and died
rushing.
in her fucking house.
So the point of the story is don't rush.
She was 25.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
The steak got
all of us were like, well, hey, how about a better example?
Tough
I'm
piece
depressed
of
as
meat,
fuck.
man.
Tough piece of meat.
I feel like we haven't been in here in, 2 weeks?
It's been
Taking a
while.
little time off.
You and I were both in Montana. Mm-hmm. A lot's transpired.
I mean, I was on Montana. I was there Tuesday through Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
I had a really good weekend. Thursday, I practically sell out Wise Guys. It's a Thursday night. I love that
One
club.
show or two shows?
One show, Salt Lake City. All good. And then Rogan hits me up and says, come to my show. Come see this.
Oh, because he's in Salt Lake City for the UFC and doing
Now,
shows.
He wasn't playing Wise Guys, though.
No, they don't.
No, he was playing the Maverik Center. Now the Maverik Center. Now when you play the center, you gotta understand. As I was going there, I go, "What's all this traffic? Why am I stuck in this?" Oh, it's my friend. They're coming to see
14,000 people.
my friend.
Is this where the Jazz play?
You know what? Sure.
Yeah, I don't.
Well, it's 12,000 people,
That would make sense. It's
12,000
They're not
people.
gonna have two arenas.
and he's in the round, so he's in the middle of all of them. And I have to say that he's firing on all cylinders.
Mr. Rogan, yes.
And I think this next special is going to be unbelievable.
Now, did he?
Unbelievable. Best thing I've ever seen him do. Best thing I've ever seen him do.
Grizzlies play there. Interesting.
Probably the best hour I've seen in I don't know how long.
Oh wow.
All bullshit. I think I told you
Now,
that.
could Daddy have put you on stage though? Could Bryan jump up there?
I'm
for,
sure he
for a
would
hot
have.
10?
Sure he would have. The thing is, Tony, it's a well-oiled machine. When you got that many people, there's a time thing.
Because they have the Asian fella who's hilarious.
He's very
They have
funny.
Tony,
and then
Rogan,
Hinchcliffe, who crushed
is
it.
That's
That's it.
That's the show.
You don't want to do. You do a third, and there's a
mix it up.
timer. You know.
Yeah. Sounds
And
like
also
making excuses,
it
but
was
yeah.
last minute.
Yeah.
Last
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, it was last minute.
And then Rogan probably does over an hour.
He does almost exactly an hour. He
Oh,
finds
dope.
that doing more than that is a little bit much.
100%.
You know, with
Yeah.
12,000
Way
people.
too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Hard to pay
goddamn that
attention.
hour. Goddamn that hour.
It was fun, huh?
Woo! He's got it all dialed in. When you're
you-
dialed in, boom.
Now you and I are gonna fly to Austin.
We're gonna fly to
doing a
Austin.
little-
I don't know if we're supposed to say that right now.
Oh, I mean,
I think he wants to keep that
oh really?
secret. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But either way, you and I will fly to Austin.
Do something.
That's all I'm gonna say. We're gonna do something. Little teaser. We're gonna do something.
I told you missed 2 fight companions over the weekend.
I did.
With the great Bert Kreischer, 4-hour fight companion.
Wow.
Because we did bare knuckle fighting. I've never watched a full card.
Mike Perry fought in that.
Mike Perry, Michael Venom Page, but they
who won that?
have a lot of fights on that card, dude. A lot of fights. It's not like
fights.
UFC 5.
Too many, maybe?
I think so. Yeah. Like, I think next time we'll tell, BKFC, hey, we're just doing the last 5.
Yeah.
We can't do whatever's
How did Michael Venom Page do in bare knuckle?
Who do you think
fighting?
won, Brian? Who do you think won?
I would say definitely Michael Venom Page, but
You would
he's
think.
not. He's not allowed to kick,
Nope.
and so it's a different distance than he's used to, maybe.
I mean,
and also, Mike is a hardy dude, so
Mike's just tough. Like, a lot of that
Tough.
bare knuckle is just toughness. I think with Michael Venom Page, he's more of a...
fragile. I'm not fragile, but
not fragile. He's beat some monsters. He's
course.
more of a technician.
Yes.
That's more, brawling, and that's Mike Perry's game. So he beat him via
beat him.
decision. Yeah,
He beat him.
They went 5 rounds, and then they did a
Sudden
bonus
death,
6 rounds.
yeah.
Sudden death.
Why is Michael Venom Page doing bare knuckle fighting? And
Why not?
Why did they not? Why did they never bring him into the UFC? Do you know?
Well, he's with Bellator.
I know he's making too much money in Bellator.
Well, he's with Bellator, so he can't right now.
he's still there.
He's
Okay.
still there, yeah.
Okay.
Bellator allowed him to do this one-off with bare knuckle.
the only
So it's
person I
good
ever
for Mike
saw
Perry.
him beat him was that Lima guy, but everybody
Yeah.
else, he just beats
Yeah.
the fuck out of everybody else.
So exciting. But Mike Perry, just pressured him, made it ugly, and won the fight. Dropped in the first round, too.
Wow.
Mike Perry's a dog.
Yeah, but then you see how tough Michael Venom Page is too. If he can take that kind of beating, get dropped, and come
I mean, it
back.
wasn't a beating. It was just like a brawl,
Yeah.
Not a beating.
Yeah. The fights were, that Luke Rockhold fight was just like, I don't know if people know, but his nose got shattered. So he was breathing in that altitude. He'd only been up in that altitude for 3 days.
Yeah.
And then he was breathing through his fucking mouth.
Mm-hmm.
That's not fun, but he's still just going, fuck you. Boom. I think if he's acclimated in that fight, you run that fight back, I think he wins.
Well, he's retiring, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he's retired.
And part of the reason I think he didn't
I don't think he wins.
You don't?
I love Luke Rockhold. You know this.
I think he's also, yeah, but go on. Tell me.
Yeah, it's the end of the road for him. He's older.
Yes.
His body wasn't firing on all
Yes.
cylinders. I think the notion that altitude was the reason why he was breathing so hard and fatigued is not an excuse. Luke knows this. It came out. Bisping talked to Jason Perrello. He didn't spar or train that
Well,
hard.
first of all, he couldn't spar. I didn't know this came out because I wasn't going to say anything. But
Yeah.
he because of his leg and stuff, he just wasn't able to spar. So that was Luke going in there, not even being able to spar, just having to be conditioned.
You're gonna get tired. There's
You're
only
gonna-
one way to get in fight shape, and that's by fighting.
Right.
Doing all the running and
Doesn't matter.
grappling. No,
Doesn't
you
matter.
gotta.
I would see guys who are like competitive triathletes, like ranked triathletes, come into box.
Oh, different animal.
This guy was literally after one round couldn't breathe and fell to the
No,
ground.
just different.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for Luke, it's being in shape is number one thing, but I just think he's end of the road. You look at the way also he was like the comments he's making in the press conference and stuff like that. Like he was like, I think mentally he was like, he's probably the last one.
Yes.
Fuck it, let's burn the house down.
Exactly.
And I enjoyed it.
Me too. I think
The fight was sloppy, and like I said on the companion, the guys who are ranked 6 or 7 are foaming at the dick to fight Paulo or Luke now.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, this is easy money.
Yes.
Well, but he's just older. Like, you got to remember, Luke, he's been doing it for a hot second. He had the injuries and whatever, the other layoff. But when he was in his prime, he was one of the best to ever do it.
I think one of the best ever.
Yeah, so good.
without question. And Chael Sonnen was saying that about him being like, he's in that conversation.
Savage.
Nobody talks about best middleweight ever. Not a lot, but
Anderson Silva.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's up there with all those guys, I think. I think
He's not Anderson Silva.
But if you look at who he's beaten, like
Not Anderson Silva.
Tim Kennedy, fucking Jacare, he fought all comers. But
Yeah. When Strikeforce, he's a monster.
Yeah.
He's
Chris Weidman.
He's one of the best to do it for sure.
monster. But I thought it was a good way to go out in a lot of ways. I thought it was just
Yeah, I thought he finally got like the accolades he deserves. Talking about a guy gets a lot of hate, because
Yeah.
the way he looks and he's very brash and arrogant. But we know him, and he's not really that way. That's
No.
kind of a character.
He's
so
great.
Yeah, he's the best.
Yep. Yeah, it was good. And then
Leon Edwards, dude, nuts.
he was just.
I was ready. I'm like, all right, 50 seconds left. Let me get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I'm like, I've been podcast for 7 hours. I'm ready to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Boom. Leon Edwards said, "Hold my 2-piece and soda. Check this out."
Yeah.
I'm with Rogan, Anik, everyone, greatest knockout of all time, hands down.
Yeah.
Never better.
Astonishing.
You beat
Sat
Kamaru
him down and
Usman,
just walked
one
away.
of the best to ever do it in his prime. And if he would have won would have broke Anderson Silva's all-time defense record.
Yes. Was so on his way to winning.
Insane.
You know, so on his way to winning. And that's
54
just,
seconds?
Yeah. Just such
all you
a
had to do.
dangerous, such a dangerous motherfucker. Just a dangerous, he's always dangerous, I guess.
Great.
Don't fuck around. Yeah.
That's why the sport's so great.
God, that was insane though.
Wasn't
That
it
was
nuts?
just- it was astonishing. It was just like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah, it was cool.
What is going on?
Because that card was, but Luke's fight was fun with Costa. That was probably the funnest fight in the card. And then Kamaru Usman, I said this leading into him, like, it's not gonna be a fun fight. Like Kamaru's gonna hold him down, like get him against the cage. They're gonna strike with him a ton. Leon won that first round with a trip. We got to mount, didn't do much.
Right.
Then you get three more than almost 4 rounds of him home against cage, take him down, not doing a ton.
Yeah.
And then just, what?
Here, slip this for a second.
Hey, real quick, can you lean there?
I think he punched with this hand and then
No, he threw a
kicked-
jab. He threw a jab,
Right.
and then Kamaru
but it was
parried
with
it.
the same hand as so his back foot was back and he threw it, put it in his, he went,
You
fake,
blinded him with it. Yeah.
bop, and then, you're going to slip? Get that? Kind of same thing that happened to Daniel Cormier with John Jones, where he slipped to the
Right
left. I
into
think.
it.
Boom, right into
Brutal.
it. Brutal.
It's like taking a bat.
Woo.
Leon Edwards.
I think that the rematch. What's interesting about when a champion gets knocked out, especially a champion as great and dominant,
like
as,
Amanda Nunes, Juliana Pena, then they go, oh, hell no. They come back with
so one of two
vengeance.
things happens. One, and I'm going to tell you what I think, but one of two things happen. One is there's a fighter who gets your number, and because you got knocked out for whatever reason, you're not quite the same.
I don't think that's the
I'm
case.
saying wait, but then there are fighters like Amanda Nunes who go, hold on, oh, what the fuck just happened? You got lucky there. Okay, I got some.
I'm gonna take this serious.
Yeah, and then
Now you got my attention.
Now you got my attention.
I'm coming
I think
full
that's
force.
I think that's 100% the case with Usman. However, how long has Usman been fighting? He too has always rumbled a little bit about the idea that maybe he's getting, his knees.
But he has bad knees, but also there hasn't been a lot of competition for him. Like Leon was the last one. Hamzat, if he beats Nate, there's that. If you want to beat that
I'd
young
love
lion.
to see that fight.
But it's like he was talking about going to light heavyweight because he's beat everybody.
Oh.
So now, all right, not going to light heavyweight. You got to beat Leon. But I also think there's a chance that's not an immediate rematch because I think if I'm Kamaru's team, we're not fighting till February. That's a
You take some
bad
time.
knockout.
You take some
Leon
time.
can fight, in 2 months. So I think what they're going to do is like a Leon versus Masvidal, Leon versus Colby, something like that.
Masvidal would be good. Colby, I'd rather see the Colby thing.
Me too. Masvidal doesn't make any sense,
No.
but for the fans, it makes sense. I'd love that fight.
Yeah,
but you
but
can't give Masvidal a ton of
Leon
shit.
and Colby would be great to watch. That'd be really, really fun.
And then
Who
Colby
else?
gets the belt and then has to fight Kamaru. It'd be fun, huh?
Oh yeah. That's
So, and also if you're a Leon Edwards fan, like, just history shows, I think he's a plus 275 underdog already in the trilogy. The chance are he's not going to win that fight. The chance of him landing that kick again on Kamaru over 25 minutes
You
is
got to
not
solve.
good.
You got to solve that wrestling problem, and
He's doing all day.
You're going to have your legs taken from under you.
And Kamaru took his eye off the
Yeah.
clock for 1 second.
That's all.
Welcome to big leagues. That's how it goes, man. That's how good people are.
That's right.
Like you're like, oh, Leon's not that good. No, he is.
Oh,
no,
no,
Kamaru's that good. He made it look like
Kamaru.
Leon wasn't that good.
Yeah.
And he literally just let his guard down for nanoseconds and got head kick KO. He's never been knocked out before, ever.
Good God.
Ever.
Good God.
Never lost in the UFC.
Wow. That's so nuts.
Welcome to the game.
Welcome to the game.
Welcome to the game, player one.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, you know what aired last night was House of Dragons, baby.
Really?
You have no clue.
No, I know all about it.
Yeah.
But
So
I've
good.
been wondering. What? Give me your review.
Well, I went in as a hater.
As well you should.
I'm deep and deep. I love me some Game of Thrones.
Don't tell me about Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I know. I know. You told me for 6 years, and I refused. I think it's the greatest show of all time, hands down.
That's like saying
and I
the
love season
iPhone's a
8.
great phone. It's better than the fucking,
Yeah.
that BlackBerry.
Yeah, I even like season 8. That's how balls deep I'm in Game of Thrones. Love it.
too.
So when it started, I was kind of hating. I'm like, it doesn't really look like Game of Thrones. And my girl was like, would you shut the fuck up and just watch it? 20 minutes in, I was like, oh my God.
Really?
It's fucking good.
Really?
Oh, dude. It's so
I need
good.
something to watch.
Me too. Like I'm I'm on my 47th episode of Love Island, the new season UK. That's my favorite show. Shout out to Luca. But then on fucking House of Dragons, what I like, you know what I enjoy about it too? You can't binge watch it. You have to appreciate and build up the hype to the following Sunday. HBO's going, we're not Netflix. You're going to wait every Sunday for this to come out. And I appreciate that. Because I would have been up to 3 a.m. finishing that series. And then you don't appreciate it enough.
Right.
Like I wish Stranger Things was like that. I rushed through it, then I have nothing to look forward to. And they can't keep coming out with these huge shows nonstop.
Right.
It takes time.
It takes time.
And the time is where it's at, dude.
Yes.
So for House of Dragons, it's
so
good.
you're giving it, is it as good as?
Oh, it's up there, Daddy. Right away, you're on board. And then also, you know the backstory, because...
No, I don't know. What's this? I don't know
I'm
the
saying
backstory.
it's a prequel, so I think it's 300 years before all the Game of Thrones shit happened.
Don't say.
So they're referencing like the White Walkers and them coming. They think they're coming, but they don't come for whatever 300 years from there. But they are preparing for that, and just those nuggets and the dragons. You're like, fuck yeah, dude.
Wow.
And the dragon.
The dragon's badass.
Oh, it's dope, dude.
Because the dragons, when we were introduced to them, they were being held captive under the castle.
Oh, not now. Now they're flourishing.
They're out there.
Now they ride them like Ubers.
Now, Mother of Dragons, she's far from being born. That's a whole different thing.
Way different.
Yeah, this is the beginning of the dragons.
No, they've been the family, but it's interesting because the king has to say who his next heir is, and he wanted a son, but he only has daughters. So they have this little badass girl, and she's the next heir, but he's never given her attention because she's not a boy.
Yeah.
And then I don't want to spoil it, but finally he has to give her the heir.
Well,
and then he tells her, he's like, do you know what makes us special? And she's like, yeah, we have dragon blood. Like, we ride dragons. And she's like, but we're not special. We're only special because we have the dragons. If we don't have dragons, we're just like every other man. And he's like, correct, bitch. It's so good, dude. I'm telling you. I text Todd Feldman because his boys aren't the ones that wrote it. I said,
they're not the ones?
No, it's not the original writers from the original.
Because the original one was taken from the books, House of Fire and Ice or something like
that. But the guys who directed the Game of Thrones on HBO are Todd's guys.
Yeah.
And they're not involved with the same capacity.
But it is HBO.
It's still HBO, so still a huge budget. So it's a new writer. Dude, it's so good.
God damn.
I text Todd, I'm like, you don't want to hear this? I give it an A+. It was fucking dope. It will definitely, cure your appetite if you're sad about not seeing dragons and
right.
Oh, it was good.
Wow.
Oh, it was good, dude.
How was Montana?
Montana's the best.
The best.
The best.
Hot. I was there.
Hot. I don't know if I'm going in the summer anymore. It is hot. It was like, I live in the valley, so it's fucking hot out there. It is hot.
What did you guys do?
I mean, you name it. You rode horses. My son was fucking Mr. Horse. It's weird how much my kids love horses because I've always been scared of them.
Yes, as well, and you should be.
I've always been terrified.
And you should be. That's the greatest picture ever. You should frame that.
Look how little he is.
What's he saying to you there?
Oh, he keeps calling horses cowboys.
Oh, God. How old is he now?
2.
So fucking cute with that little hat.
And most kids don't want to wear hats and shit. He loved the fucking hat. He just wanted to be in a hat.
You guys with your hats.
You're bossing me. Your hats.
Oh, did you buy those hats there?
No, we've had them.
Let's take a break.
Can we take a break?
Sometimes you got to take a break.
I'll tell you what.
You don't want to take a break from working out necessarily.
You don't, but you need a break from life. You need to laugh. So come to Appleton, Wisconsin, September 8th through the 10th.
Woo.
And then come to Ontario Improv September 15th to 17th. And then take another break, Boston, because I'm in Boston September 29th through October 1st. Go to thiccboy.com, man. Get a break. Come out and see your boy.
Listen, if you're in Raleigh, North Carolina, maybe you want to take a break. Maybe September 8th, 9th, or 10th. You want to come see some comedy. Come to Raleigh's at Good Nights. Maybe San Jose, California. Improv, September 15th, 16th, 17th. Or Spokane, Washington. Spokane, Washington Comedy Club, September 22, 23, and 24. I'm just saying.
Get a break.
Yeah. Or go to YouTube and watch Best Of, which we're going to drop 2 more episodes of very soon here. But I need to get some exercise, and I'm getting tired of the gym, dude. I just want to do something at home, maybe. Can you help me out? I want my legs in shape. Maybe I want to do some boxing. Maybe I want to do some strength training and some cardio. What do you got for me, dude?
Bro,
I like to listen to music,
But
too.
you don't want to go to a gym? You want to do
Yeah,
it
and I
from
like
your
to
home?
mix it up, and I like to have a coach there. And I know it costs a fortune, so I don't know. Maybe I should hire a coach to show up.
No, Daddy.
And a DJ? Can I get a DJ in the corner?
No. You need Peloton, bro. Your boy here has a Peloton bike, and I have the Peloton.
Yeah.
I said Peloton.
No, it's Peloton.
It's Peloton.
Yeah, but I want world-class instructors. I want to keep it fresh.
Oh, you mean like Robin? She's fantastic, man. You got to keep it fresh. They have thousands on-demand live classes ranging from cycling, which I do. Yeah. They have strength training, yoga, running. If you have the treadmill, it's fun, dude. And the music, Daddy?
Yeah.
What?
I want
Some of your
music.
favorite artists on the playlist are fantastic. It's easy. It fits into your lifestyle. If you're a busy one like me, it fits right in. You get a great sweat.
I want cycling. I want strength training. I want yoga. I want running. I can't just be on a bike.
And hot music. You don't need a DJ, dude. Peloton got you covered, man. Thousands of classes live on demand. You can find a workout that fits in your day. Maybe you're looking for a 10-minute upper body stretch B, maybe a 30-minute run before bed.
Maybe
Peloton works with your schedule, man. Yeah. Wherever you happen to be, at home, at the gym, even on the road, whatever, Peloton got you covered, man. All you got to do, if you want something that's ready to go anytime, anywhere, try Peloton bike or tread risk-free for 30 days.
Damn.
Learn more at onepeloton.com. New members only. Terms apply. That's onepeloton.com. Listen, you know those times when you're so into what you're doing, you can't think about anything else? The times when you're at your most focused and productive, all right? Psychologists call that feeling of being in the zone, or what we call in the fight game, flow state. That's right, flow state, where you're just feeling the vibes, man. And Alpha Brain from Onnit is the ultimate way to get there. Don't you want to get in that flow state more? Cool. What if I told you to take a little pill and it's going to get you there? A world-renowned nootropic supplement with over 1 million bottles sold, Alpha Brain promotes cognitive functions, including memory, mental speed, and focus. It can help you remember names, zero in on complex tasks, whatever you're trying to do. If you're under stress, we got you covered, man. Our boy Joe Rogan says he feels that it helps him form better sentences when he's talking. So that you know it's going to help you out. If it helps out Mr. Joe Rogan, it's going to help you out, helps me out, helps Bryan out, everybody on that Alpha Brain. Alpha Brain contains amino acids and plant compounds that promote the brain's release of alpha waves, which are associated with greater creativity, productivity. At the same time, it supports neurotransmitters, chemicals that rely information in and from the brain. It's important. If coffee and energy drinks make you jittery or it keeps you up at night, all good, man. Alpha Brain is caffeine-free, baby. But if for any reason you don't like Alpha Brain, guess what? You get your money back. Yep. Just give us 2 weeks. If at any point you don't feel like Alpha Brain is a fit for you, just tell us why. They'll refund your money, man. No return necessary. Save 10% off your first order of Alpha Brain by going to onnit.com/FATK. That's onnit.com/FATK. All right? Or swing by your local Walmart and pick some up today. We got you, man. Onnit, Alpha Brain. onnit.com/FATK.
By the way, Montana, you get there. So I was up in Kalispell, went to our boy Andy Stump's wedding, which I'll tell you about. But we get there, and in the gift shop, when you get there, in the gift shop is bear spray. And there are grizzlies everywhere.
I text you, B. The
You
first
had a
text you got from me in
little
Montana.
scare with the bears. I
Dude,
gotta hear
me and
it.
my son are on UVTs, I think.
ATVs.
No, not ATVs is four-wheel motors, like the motorcycles.
Yeah.
This is the dune buggies, the UT X by Polaris.
Wow.
Polaris, yeah. So you're like, you know, it's kind of like a big ass. There they are, like the Can-Am Defender, the Polaris RZ right there. That's what we're in. The Polaris. That's
Very
what
cool.
right there.
Very
so we're in those, but they're beefier too.
Yeah.
So it's me and my son, and there's like 8 other couples, right? And then there's a guy who leads the way.
And you guys are all driving those.
We're driving those.
Yeah.
Right? We're driving those, and we're going through. And we're in the middle of nowhere in the mountain.
And they can all terrain.
Bro, I mean, there's no path. We're going up the mountain. My son's laughing his ass off.
Is that right?
I'm going through water, splashing water. We're having so much fun.
Where was this in Montana? Where?
About an hour outside Missoula.
Okay.
In the middle of nowhere. We're in the fucking mountains, right?
Yeah.
So we're going. My son's 6, so of course he asks wild questions like, are there polar bears, sharks, snakes, whatever. You know, it's like, no, there's actually no snakes in Montana. There's no rattlesnakes in Montana.
Is that true?
No, there's not. So we're going, and we're coming back down, And because you go all the way up, it's about 2 hours up the mountain, and hour and a half down. Like you take this weird scenic route down, but you get to the top, and there's a ghost town where it's one of the first mining towns, and it's just exactly how they left it. They've like upkeeped it, but it's so cool, like so old school. There was this guy called Two Guns that you go by where he lived on the river. This is what's interesting. You'll have this. So they stopped there, and he's like, this is Two Guns, and he did this, and he lived here, he's secluded. That's why he liked it here, and he was a Montana favorite. He's kind of a legend, and he died in 2003 of cancer, blah, blah, blah. And the lady goes, the guide goes, yeah, he was what's known as a squatter. And she goes, and the rules in Montana is if you squat on a property for 7 years, legally in Montana, it's yours. It's just the government's like, all right, you've been there long enough. It's yours. The land, everything is yours. So a lot of people have land from squatting. She goes, but then BLM came along, and they're on it now. And she kept going, BLM. And I'm like looking at the people, I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, and she goes, so BLM is on it now. So now they used to check every few years. Now they check every week. And I was like, I have a question from the whole group real quick. You keep saying BLM. I'm from LA, and she goes, oh my God, I didn't even think about it. Oh, of course you are. She goes, BLM is the Bureau of Land Management. Yeah. She goes, oh no. And I was like, oh, for a second I was like, holy shit, BLM's taking over Montana real estate? This is an issue. Yeah, I was like, dude, this is I was like, do you know their background? This is an issue. They couldn't stop laughing. I'm like, listen, where I come from, BLM stands for something way different. She's like, oh my God, you quit saying that.
It's a Marxist organization.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, don't use BLM. Use the actual name of it. She started laughing. She was saying that Two Guns guy, because of squatting rules, 20 miles away, the Unabomber, Ted Kaczynski.
Oh, fuck.
20 miles away.
That's it?
And I said,
that's such a remote location.
That's why I said, well, let's drive these to the Unabombers thing. She's like, absolutely not, moron. I'm like, well, I'd love to see that.
Yeah.
She's like, they knocked it down.
Yeah.
But he got in, he owned that property because of squatting.
Wow.
He was there for over 7 years and squatted.
He was.
Got the property, so the government didn't touch it.
They said it was so remote that when the FBI staked him out, when they staked him out, it was so remote that they watched a cougar stalk and kill a deer while, so they're looking at the Unabomber and they're so bored, there's nothing. And it was so remote that they go, there's a cougar right there.
And he barely came out. Like, he was always in there cooking a bomb.
It fucking kills a deer, and they were like, at least that's something entertaining to watch.
So we're coming back down, right, from the thing, and the guy in front of me, because I was directly behind him with my son, he kept pointing. He kept going like this. I'm like, what the fuck is he pointing at? I look, I see two little bear cubs fucking going up the mountain. And I'm like, naturally, I go, oh, fuck, those are bear cubs. They don't roll so low.
No, they don't.
Mama bear's somewhere nearby. They're not far from us.
No.
He stops. And I can't go past him. It's a single fucking track. He stops. He goes, dude, check out the two bear cubs. I go, cool. Hey, do you have a gun? He goes, excuse me. I go, do you have a gun? He goes, no. I go, why are we stopping? He goes, dude, when have you ever seen a bear? I go, on TV? Dude, those cubs, the mama's around here somewhere. He's like, right. I'm like, and you don't have a gun, bear spray, nothing? He goes, I go, I'm with my son, dude. Get the fuck out of here, man. What are we going to do? What are you going to do?
Right.
We're in these fucking goat carts?
Yeah.
Don't go that fast.
Yeah.
This bear is going to look at us like a fucking buffet.
Yeah.
And he goes, bro, they're black bears.
They run.
Oh, okay.
They run.
Oh, okay. I feel better.
No, listen. They run from you until they don't.
That's why I was like, no. We don't have anything. I have nothing. I was like looking around like, I guess I'd take my helmet off and whack them.
Have you ever heard the expression, black, fight back, brown, lie down, white, good night?
White.
Now, is that a racism?
Nope.
Is that racist?
Black bear, fight back. So if a black bear attacks you, it's predatory. It's trying to eat you. It's hungry. So you fight your fucking ass off. You do not crawl up in a bowl.
Right.
You have to fight.
Right.
If a grizzly bear attacks you, chances are it's a mama bear.
You're fucked either way.
Or whatever.
She's protecting.
Stay still, play dead. Don't fucking do anything.
Right. Now, did you, the only small caveat with that, right?
Yeah.
Right? So that's what they say. And these are same experts go, sharks don't even like the taste of humans. Oh, really? Which shark told you that? How do you know their taste buds? All right.
I agree with you on that.
Now, here's
By
the thing
the
with
way,
the grizzly bear.
yep.
Grizzly bear?
Yeah.
Scout leader 2 years ago, Yosemite Park, stumbles upon a grizzly bear in a cave. He, in front of his cub scouts, goes, fellas, don't worry, just lay down. They go, he's right. He's a bear expert. That's what he's been told.
Yeah.
He's an Eagle Scout. He lays down. Do you know what happened to that gentleman?
He got his. Did he get eaten? Did he get his back? Did he take a couple bites out of his back and butt?
Well, here's the thing. Those Cub Scouts watch their Cub leader get eaten ass first.
Yeah.
So
that's what happens sometimes,
Okay,
right?
okay.
So that you have to wear steel breeches and you have to wear a metal back brace.
yeah, here's the thing. Run, black, white, brown, yellow,
Yeah.
run.
Run?
Fucking run, dude.
Okay, now hold on.
Here's the thing. Jump in your goddamn go-kart like I had
Yeah.
and fucking run.
I'm probably
or
gonna run.
push the guy down, which I thought about. Push
Yeah.
the guy down and save your son and yourself.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, with the grizzly bear, there have been people that just play dead and they get bit up a little bit, get their face all ripped up and stuff. Now, if you don't have bear spray, you're gonna have a big problem. But let's just say you get beat up. Polar bear, 1,700-pound male polar bear, 100% you're gonna be eaten. 100%.
No matter what you do. You do jumping
no
jacks?
matter what you. Well, you
No,
can't
just say
fight
your
a
prayers. No, say your
1,700-pound
prayers.
dog.
Say your prayers.
Say your prayers.
Say your prayers.
Say your fuck. Find God quick. Get God quick.
You got 15 seconds, dude,
That's
to
right.
find God. Hopefully he accepts you so you get into the pearly gates.
That's right. He's going to bite you on the back of the neck.
A polar bear, dude?
Shake you.
How nuts is that? That instructor, I'm like, hold on, you don't have a gun? You have no, he goes, no. I go, let's get going, buddy. Right?
Well, that's why that show I watch alone, there's the episode, the season Frozen. They're on Labrador Island. There are polar bears there. And that's where I got the expression, black fight back, brown lie down, white good night. And like, who the fuck, how are you putting people there with polar bears? They will kill you. They will eat you right away, especially if you're alone.
I'm sure, yeah.
So I go to Andy Stump's wedding, our boy Andy Stump's wedding.
In Utah?
In Utah, in Kalispell. He lives in Kalispell, where he's and it was fucking bring that up. I'll show you who was there. By the way, those are rash guards from Toehold. Don't be a little cuck. So that right there is that guy's one of Hicks and Gracie's the oldest black belts. The guy all the way Henry Akins. You know Henry Akins, right?
Oh, I know Henry, yeah.
Yeah, great guy. Then there's Denver Maddox, who is he was a big tech guy and covered in tattoos, and he's Andy's partner in Black Rifle. That's Evan, right there, Evan Haffer, who is the CEO of Black Rifle Coffee.
Love him.
By the way, then there's Andy Stump right there, SEAL Team 6 guy.
Looks cool.
Then there's Bryan Callen, the only guy not in toe-hold flip-flops, by the way. Andy is a big toe-hold. He's an owner now, but he's also a big toe-hold.
I like the variety.
Yes,
Yep.
owned 12 pairs of toe-holds and decided to have all his people, all his groomsmen in.
And you didn't wear them.
I had mine in my car and I put them on after that because I didn't want to be rude. I didn't want to go to the fucking wedding in flip-flops, but everybody got married in them. So,
I'm with you.
So, and then that
No
guy.
one gave you the memo.
Nobody gave me the memo. And that guy right there is a guy named Mike Glover who was in something called Delta Force. And he was.
You don't want to mess with those boys.
No. And then
who's the guy with the tattoo on the hand? He's the one I'm worried about. This guy?
Oh, that's Denver. Denver is actually the least dangerous person in that group. Well,
With the
besides
tattoo
me.
on the hand?
Actually,
What's he do?
Denver is, and he does jiu-jitsu, but he's Andy's partner. He's a big guy. But you know who was there also in the wedding was one of his SEAL Team 6 guys who looked like he came from the center of the sun. He had been, Andy said he's the most proficient SEAL he'd ever worked with.
Jesus.
He was a DevGru guy, one of those guys. I looked at him in the lineup of the, even in flip-flops, he looked dangerous. I looked him in the lineup and it was like Mike Glover, badass. And this guy, Steve, who was a DevGru guy, he was in SEAL Team 6 for 11 years.
I just assume everybody. Is
Yeah,
at the wedding.
yeah. And you look at him, and Andy was like, that's the most proficient SEAL I've ever worked with
That's cool.
in my
Badass.
entire time. He goes, it probably killed more people than COVID. I was like,
hilarious.
I don't want to.
funny,
He
though.
was joking, but
Yeah.
that's basically.
Yeah, of course he's joking.
Hilarious. But it was the first time I'd ever seen anybody where I looked at him like Mike Glover is a complete badass and has seen all the action. But Mike is like hanging out with just a great guy who seems like just a really just all the way around amazing guy and funny and silly and all that stuff. But some of those other guys are no joke. This is him after 20 years. He was when he was 18 years old. He was a guard, the unknown soldier, and he had to do this. And this is the first time he's done it in 20 years. Watch
He
this.
remembers?
He goes,
Jesus
I remembered it all. He goes, I don't know. It was muscle memory. Watch this. I love this shit.
You're a little too into it, huh?
He doesn't do it. He goes down the road.
Well, Mike right there was as tip of the spear as you get. You don't get. more elite as a soldier.
He's half Asian or something,
He's
right?
half Korean.
Oh, yeah.
Now, you'll love this, Jim. So wait,
Yeah.
you can take this off.
Okay.
He's half Asian, and his call sign, Evan from Black Rifle Coffee somebody gave him, I don't know if it was Evan, but gave him a call sign. His call sign was Gaysian. Gaysian.
So you can't pick your call.
So it's like, the guy who said, dude, the guy when he was working with his other
This is a
division,
complete badass.
he goes, I can't call you gay Asian. He goes, sir, it's not gay Asian. It's giant Asian. That's why he calls me Gaysian. But of course they called him Gaysian.
course.
They just fuck with each other all the
That's
time.
awesome.
Those dudes, those I think the reason those operators love each other so much is they're all in incredibly dangerous situations. But when you're with each other all the time, all you do is fuck around.
Anyway, bros. Hey, real
Yeah.
quick. Now, did you get the boys water?
Right?
A little too into it, right?
I got.
'Cause you're
I got-
a cheerleader, right?
Well,
you Navy SEAL cheerleader, right?
Well, Andy said I'm sitting you at the tactical table because I know that you'll have a boner the whole time.
Correct. Yeah.
And then you'll probably let them take
Fuck you.
turns on your ass.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm having trouble sitting down.
And
now.
you're also going to give them foot rubs, right?
I'll
That's why
give
you
them
came to the wedding.
foot rubs.
Andy, we figured it out.
My call sign, if I was in their unit, my call sign would be too dangerous, or I'll be waiting back at camp.
No, your name's Littlefoot.
My name would be Foot
Bryan
Rubber.
Littlefoot.
My name would
No,
be
just Littlefoot.
Is Foot Rubber? Where's Foot Rubber? He's back at camp getting lotion and,
No, I'd
and
say
he's cooking for
I'm
us.
stressed. Bring in the Littlefoot.
Yeah.
I'm going to explode in his mouth.
Well, I would have to do what I have to do for my country.
America.
So something about
America.
America. If you're American, sometimes if you don't have the bone structure to carry all that shit,
No, you gotta earn your keep.
and I'm not that good at shooting, and I'm not good at all the keeping my.
Even though
fear-
they're retired, you still gotta, they still got work to do.
Are they retired though? And that's the question. You look at those guys, you're always like, but wait, you were just in. It's like Tim. It's like you were over there.
I know.
Yeah, but
You had a good time though,
I had a good time. All bullshit aside, with all the silliness, they're just fun.
and the
It just
vacation was fun.
The vacation, the Bora Bora vacation. We haven't talked about Bora Bora. Bora Bora was, and you and I have trouble on vacation.
I'm good for 3 days.
It's the one place I think you could do a week.
No,
But I have my
How
extended
long's the
family.
flight?
We're playing
How long's the flight?
volleyball. 8 hours. What's good about Bora Bora is this.
If it's a long flight, I can stay longer.
Here's what you do. You fly from 12 a.m. and you can land it's an 8-hour flight. So you sleep on the plane. It's a red
Sleep
eye.
great on planes. I used to take some
Yeah.
Zanny or something.
And it's only a 3-hour difference. You're 3 hours behind LA.
Well, that's not bad.
Yeah. So you're acclimated right away.
And
The
you-
water is
blue, warm. Yep,
it's the greatest
got
thing in
it,
the world.
sand.
You see octopus and stingrays, and you swim with sharks. If I didn't have my family there, play volleyball and tennis and
You go
pickleball.
crazy, yeah.
Yeah, but that's me.
Yeah, me too.
That's my
I'm good
problem.
for 3 days.
Yeah, that's my
3
problem.
days.
But Montana, I have to say, I went swimming I went on a hike because we had Sunday to kill, and I got in a moving stream, a moving river, which I had never done. Or I hadn't done it, I don't know how long, and that felt very good. I just sat there in the fucking wild.
But I was with my father-in-law. We bring them with us, and we were sitting on the deck of the cabin, like staring at just the mountains, all that stuff. And we're sitting there. It's our day 2 there, and he's like, "Could you live out here?" I went, "No. I said, "This is good for like it gives me the break. I can shut down and get off my phone." But
Yeah.
after 3 days, man, I go think about doing this every day, dude.
Well,
You be like, especially for he goes, I could do it. I go, but you're 60 something.
Yeah.
Like right, I'm just not there right now.
I have a
not there.
theory on it all. I have a theory on Texas, Montana. I have a theory on, and I'm kind of trying to write about it, but it's like, I think that all of us, everybody, whether it's, I don't care what your background is, we're all looking at the future and we're all wondering how we fit in. Like our kids, like, are we all going to go, like, I'm not saying this, but there's this idea of like, are my skill sets and even my biology, am I going to go extinct? Like with AI, with drones, with robots, with all the things that are coming, it's hard to see a future where human beings are not going to be, or at least the skills that we're learning are not going to kind of be somewhat obsolete. There's this idea, right? There's just so much.
Is there?
I think a lot of people
depends on your
feel that
skill
way.
set.
And I think that there's also another idea, which is like a lot of the guys that I see out in Texas, there are 2 ways to deal with if you're a white dude. Let's say white people are afraid. At the end of the day, they're looking out there, they're going, there's a big brown tide coming, and it's people of color, and we have to give up a piece of the pie, and our place at the table is not going to be as big as it was. There's that, I don't care. Liberals their reaction is, let's join the group. Yeah, it's about time. Fuck all these white people. And then there are other people that go, I'm gonna fight. I gotta set my shit up for the zombie apocalypse. I'm not saying it's a racist thing. I see a lot of people who they go, okay, I'm gonna own land, have access to a well, and own all the guns. And if I can't afford that, I'm just going to grow an aggressive beard, buy a truck, and do jujitsu.
I think you're hanging out with too many special forces.
No.
guys.
I think there's a lot of guys.
I don't know anyone like that.
No, I
Rogan.
do. Well, a lot of Rogan's fans. Like when you go to that show, 12,000 people. There's a lot of that there. There's a lot of UFC stuff. I just think that there's a lot of there feels like there's that reaction. It's a very interesting reaction. We're so tribal. We're so tribal in this country now that some tribes are very woke. That's one tribe. The other tribe is the MMA tactical gear tribe, trucks. It's almost like some men go over here with as masculine as they can get. Beards, tattoos, guns, independence, freedom. Other men are actually going the opposite direction.
Cutting their dicks off.
Yeah. It's a really interesting thing, but I feel like maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like we're all breaking up into these very strong tribes that wear a uniform.
I think it's a little extreme. I can get how you can feel that way for sure.
Yeah.
Especially if you're on social media, you're definitely gonna feel that way.
Yeah.
Social media breaks us into tribes.
It does.
That's what it's made to do.
It fucking does. It really does. And that's
I think that's why
that's new for all of us, including you, in a way.
I'm not on social media.
But you know what I mean, though? Like social media has become a phenomenon to the degree it is really in the past 6 years.
It's tribes, and you have your loyal fans, and then are following, and then there's tribes, us versus them. It's always that the debates, the beefs, like that's all social media. The hate, the toxic, it's all social media.
And you know that 90% of all tweets are done by 10% of the people.
Well, Twitter's irrelevant. It doesn't matter. Yeah, no young person's on Twitter. They laugh at Twitter.
I know. My daughter says that.
YouTube's the biggest by far.
100%.
TikTok and YouTube's the two biggest now.
Yeah.
As far as like younger, millennial, like
Yes.
YouTube destroys everything.
I've
Even
decided-
Instagram's becoming a little.
I've decided TikTok is brain poison. I told you Jimmy Burke had to go see somebody about it.
Because he's on TikTok?
I'm not kidding. Jimmy Burke,
that's why it's built for. It's built to create addiction.
he couldn't get off it.
Yeah.
My daughter can't get off it.
Really?
The Chinese, that's a Chinese invention, okay? They don't let their kids do it.
Because they know the history. They know the stats.
Yeah. They don't, but they did, like, I don't know, man. I got a problem.
Yeah, not good. Homeboy got kicked off. What's his name?
Andrew Tate.
Andrew Tate got kicked off. And it's interesting because originally, I got alerted to me when before I went on the companion with Bert. And have you seen the video that's going around? But I guess he was on Big Brother in UK or something. I don't know his background. So I guess he was on like Big Brother Celebrity Show, and it came out there. There's a video of him, whatever, roughing up this girl. But apparently that's what she's into.
Yeah.
Like I don't know the context.
Yeah.
But if you don't know the context, you watch like Jesus Christ.
Right.
But then I saw him explain. He's like, no, that's what she asked. That's what she wanted. Like people are constantly trying to do this.
Yeah.
Because anybody who takes offense to that just doesn't get chicks.
Well, what do you do about a girl?
It's a little rough. It's a little rough. But then it's like, well, yeah, I don't know the context with any of that.
But it's like
but then the alarming thing, and again, I don't know the details. And then also because he's so outspoken, because he is a Trump supporter, people go after those people.
Oh, yeah.
So then
Oh, yeah.
now he's being investigated for sex trafficking, and that's a big one. But then I was talking about with Mark, it's like, but is like you see that headline, sex trafficking. I'm like, holy fuck, I'm off this, Tate Fletcher train. But then
Andrew Tate.
Tate train, yeah.
Not Tate Fletcher.
Yeah, I know. Tate Fletcher's our boy.
Dawson.
Andrew Tate, yeah, I'm like, oh, that's not good. Sex trafficking. But then I'm falling victim to the same thing happened to Rogan, same thing happened to, a lot of my friends where it's like, if you just read the headlines, don't look into it, what's really going on here? Because clearly
I don't buy it
the
at all.
left hates that guy.
I don't
right?
buy it at all. And
I don't know what to buy.
they use that as a weapon.
It's weaponized.
Look, that video was exactly what that was.
It's been out for years, though. I didn't know
and
this.
that girl was into that. That was, if you know the background of that was a consensual thing going on. It's like the Trevor Bauer thing, right? That the pitcher for the Dodgers. If you look at the tweets, if you look at the actual fucking the text where she goes, "I've never been more turned on in my life," and all
And
that.
she saw him
stuff.
twice after that.
Give me a fucking break, dude. Like, so what are we
Trevor's
doing
playing
here?
dangerous rules, right? Like knocking a girl out, punch her in the face.
Oh,
like,
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, that's crazy. I think
he got a little extreme.
Of course it did. I mean, I'm not saying, but I'm just saying that what's interesting is that when you are in that, and all of a sudden that no matter what you had with that girl, no matter how consensual that was, if that's what you guys are into, that's what you're into. Okay.
Well, it's kind of like with Army
Hammer.
Army Hammer.
Same thing.
It's like you see the headlines, you're like, cannibal. Jesus Christ, we never ate anybody.
Well, no, also,
but also they were engaged. Like that's their game. And now, when it gets out to the masses, it looks horrible.
Yes.
But there's a lot of people that's their kink.
Of course, it's their
and if
kink.
they both agreed to the rules, them the rules. And they're not breaking any laws.
Well,
now if he kidnapped a girl and forced her into that stuff, that's a different animal. Go to prison. But if you're both into it, now it's weird. I'm not into that shit, so I'm like, that's weird.
Yeah, but
I don't think you should be canceled.
Well, they are into it, and so was she. And by the way, the woman that he was doing that with was a sex worker. That they had a long-term thing going, and then she got mad at him apparently because he wasn't going to marry her or something like that.
Yeah.
And then so if
but with Tate,
we have to figure this shit out.
With Tate, it's like, I see got kicked off. I'm like, well, that's not good. But then I read like, and he addressed it on some show. He was like, I'm not even mad. I get why they do it. But he's like, they've been trying to do this forever. And he's like, they act like, sex trafficking, all this stuff. He's like, they're really reaching here.
Look,
and you're like, but he has an agenda that's different than the left, who runs all these social media platforms.
Yeah, now you're getting to it.
So they're not going to allow him to voice
now
his
you're getting
opinion.
to it.
Yeah, because he's getting too big.
No, they said he's a danger to young men. That's what it is. It's called censorship. And they'll use that. They'll trump up some idea around him to cancel him. And that's what they did. I don't buy
It'll make him bigger, though, especially him.
Yeah, but where?
Bigger. He has his own platform, dude. He sells his own business, like Being a Man 101 or where the fuck it is. Like it's a subscription.
It's like Alex Jones. Mark my words. He'll pay his $50 million.
Yeah.
And I think he'll probably just get bigger. I think in 3 years he's going to be bigger. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. I think it's a little different because Alex Jones, I didn't agree with. Like,
no, I
with
didn't
those
either.
shootings.
I was very critical.
That's why I'm like, what the fuck?
I was very critical of it.
He's writing on a lot of stuff, but then he has to come out and be like, oh, it's a character, it's an act. Of course, I don't believe all this. So the cat's out of the bag a little bit with
that. That already came out.
How the sausage is made.
Yeah.
With Tate, he's like, I'm not apologizing for anything. Like what? So for him, I think it makes him bigger.
Has he made a statement?
Yeah. He did a podcast.
I was just gonna read this because I remember I told you I'd heard about this human trafficking. Sorry, he had heard about this human trafficking stuff before, and I remember him telling a story about it. It happened back in April. They came in and raided his house, and he was recalling they came in and they're like, hey, sorry, we have to do it because he's buddies with these guys. No arrests were made, no charges were pressed. This was 4 months ago, and every time I see it pop up now, it's made to seem like it just happened.
Of course it was. Of course.
Or he's been arrested. But
that's what the press
so
does.
If it's 4 months ago and it's no charges, then
I don't follow him. So again, when I saw it, when it first, I think David Lucas sent him, he's like, look at this shit, he's fucked.
Yeah.
And I just see that, and then we go live in the companion. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? And then we read that girl's Instagram.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. She's a comic.
Yeah.
And I'm reading it, and it's like sex trafficking.
Yeah.
Well, they're just not gonna investigate sex trafficking over internet rumors. Like, you're dealing with the feds here, man. This is not good.
Yeah.
But then you look into it more.
Yeah.
And then you look into it more, and you're like, oh, that was months ago, and they've been trying to do this to him.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, he got too big.
Yeah.
Now,
it just reminds you of the
friend who's very famous, not Joe Rogan, big comedian who got offered these huge roles, and I thought he was gonna do it, and I go, what the fuck are you doing? He goes, no way, dude. He goes, I say too much wild shit. You don't want to get to that level of fame.
No.
He goes, you want to be just on the cusp.
But this is what
he goes, because you go that way, then they come.
Because they can use use anything as a weapon, and they do.
Mm-hmm. And then Hollywood, they're just like, nope, we're out. And
corporations do. The problem is that if corporations and Hollywood believed in due process, if they actually believed in looking at evidence and not that shit, but once the press says something, you're fucked forever.
Well, here's the question, B. How do guys like Tate and Army Hammer and them fight back?
You can't. Well, how do you
that's
fight
not an
back?
answer.
Well,
That's not an answer.
so how do you fight back?
I do not want that answer.
Yeah, I'll tell you how you fight back. You have to create your own platform. Good luck with that.
don't
Army
like
Hammer
that.
can't do that.
Army Hammer can't. Tate can. He's already doing it.
Yeah,
he can.
he can. Do
Other
that.
guys
if
can.
you're lucky, but there are other people like what happens is that
Alex
no
Jones-
crime, no
Alex
crime,
Jones did too.
No crime, nothing that you could prosecute, nothing with our Army Hammer. Let's take him as an example.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing there. He had a kink. He and this girl had this kinky shit going on, and it had been going on way fucking before that, and it was back and forth. Okay, way before that. And so now she gets mad, and she, for whatever reason, has a grievance, and now somebody in the press picks it up. He's beautiful. He's tall. He comes from a very wealthy family and all that shit. He's done, dude. He's done. You have people in the New York Post going, he should never be.
Well, because he's only in Hollywood. Like, but he should be.
So what? So good. So he's only in Hollywood. So for that,
I guess take out Army Hammer because
Yeah.
if you're in Hollywood, you're playing that game, and Hollywood's ran by woke liberals. There's nothing. You're not going to get in the club.
Well, they're not
Once
even
you're out,
woke
you're out.
liberals. They're hypocrites because none of them are woke liberals. They all make a fortune.
But they side with the woke.
because it's just business.
Yeah.
For now. They will.
But if you're Tate or these other guys, there has to be some, like, how far until we go enough's enough? Because the number one problem is these major social media outlets, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all this shit, not TikTok, but those three main ones that the Americans use, they're all ran by woke liberals. So if they don't agree with your political beliefs or they think you're sending a message which doesn't align with theirs, they're going to find a way to kick you off the
I'll
platform.
tell you how they find the way. They call their friends in the press who are exactly like them. And that's what they do. They're not even journalists. They're
But there
just
has to be
operatives.
something. Like the first move that was going to help some of this was if Elon Musk bought Twitter.
Yeah.
Which isn't gonna, doesn't look like it's happening. But if you had a person who's not that way, would help, and then I think it'd make Twitter more popular.
Look, the only way you can fight back is look at Johnny Depp with all his money. For 6 years, he was done off of an article, and
That doesn't work
he
either.
had the money to sue.
Yeah, you're talking,
but he also
$50 million B.
Right.
That's what it takes.
Exactly. You can't
That's not
sue.
realistic.
And also in California, you basically somebody can say anything to you. You can't sue them because it's called a slap motion. They're allowed to tell their story.
Mm-hmm.
So people say, well, you should sue and stuff like that. Good luck with that because it'll get thrown out of court.
Well, you also go broke though. But even if
broke.
you win, you're all right. You won. You're broke.
So
what are you gonna do?
So expensive.
So suing's not the answer because you're not Johnny Depp. It's interesting. Well, like back to the media, like obviously they get on board and completely fucking paint the narrative.
Yeah.
Have you watched that doc, MANTI Teo? He was a Notre Dame football.
I've not
the
watched
catfish.
it. I've not
Bro,
watched it.
dude, I've been texting with him. Dude, it breaks your fucking heart because right, the whole catfish thing. I don't want to go over it, but
He had a girlfriend.
He had a
Turned out
fake
to be a
girlfriend.
trans guy.
Well, not at the time. It was just a dude, and then now is trans in the documentary. That's 8 years, 10 years past. He was the first case that we know of really as catfish, right? They're like a popular one. So you forget how good he was at football. I mean, dude, he's supposed to be a top 10 pick in the NFL. Went to the national championship because of him. Stud out of high school. Had 20 offers. USC, UCLA. Goes to Notre Dame.
position?
Linebacker. A Hawaiian kid. Monster. Very religious. Part of the problem is one of the reasons why he fell into this trap is because he's so naive. He's very religious. As a religious guy, he's not having sex before marriage, right? So to him, having just a DM relationship was normal. This was a good person. He sees the pictures. He called his buddy who also talked to her, and he confirmed it's her. So he's like, there's nothing wrong here. And he's so busy with football, he's not worried about hooking up with this chick. He has a relationship somebody can vent to. He's too busy.
Yeah.
But the public can't, they can't like, hold on, 3 years you didn't see this girl? He's in on it. And he's like, no, what? I had nothing to do with it. So then, national championship, it gets released that his grandma did die, but there's no evidence that this girl existed. He's made it all up. So he gets a crisis management team. And they go, what should we do? They go, do nothing. Don't do anything yet. Don't worry. Don't do anything. We'll figure it out. Don't do anything. So they ask him, I think it was right before the national championship, how do you feel about your girlfriend dying? And he knew at that time that it was all fake, but he was like, what do I do? So he's just like, oh yeah, I think about her every day, and that's it. Whatever, get blown out in the national championship to, I think, Alabama, a good Alabama team. Then it comes out. But why does it come out? Deadspin, these two journalists who were in the documentary, they start figuring it out, and they have some like guy who used to work for Anonymous, so he can check backgrounds and stories. And he's like, it's crazy. Nobody called Stanford. She said she went to Stanford. Nobody called Stanford to ask for records, nothing. And they scour the internet. She doesn't exist. They find the real girl. She's like, yeah, that's me. She's like from California. She's like, what? What the fuck? Someone's using my identity? So they try calling MANTI and his family and all the people involved, and no one's getting back to him because like, we don't want to touch this. So MANTI tells his agent, like, dude, what should I do? They go, do nothing. Deadspin goes, we had to get in front of the story. We didn't want somebody else telling the story. We weren't going to fact check everything. We weren't going to look into it. So they come out and paint it like he was involved in it. When I say it ruined this young man, you remember at the time he's 21, 22. Yeah. When I say ruined him, dude, the media, instead of fact checking, getting his story,
they jump right on.
They needed the story out before because they wanted likes and clicks.
Of course.
So when I say ruined his life,
I believe.
Well, what happens with that? Well, what happens with that is memes started becoming a thing. So he's a meme now. And it breaks your heart because when he's talking, I was choking up. He goes, people just made fun of me. He goes, people just made fun of me nonstop. He goes, people would see me on the streets and go, holy shit, I'm the biggest fan, take a picture of me. Then I would get on his social media and see him making fun of me. Would never do it to my face. Then they got on Instagram and they're making fun of me. He goes, I get drafted by the Chargers. Because of this whole incident, the NFL teams were like, it's too dicey. You're supposed to get drafted in the top 10 in the first round. That's his dream. He goes second round, whatever, 38th pick to San Diego Chargers. Cool. It's your dream. You get drafted by the Chargers. The fucking San Diego Union, whatever, the newspaper, he gets drafted. You know what's on the front cover when he gets there? It's a cartoon of him walking on a beach with just his arm over nobody there going, babe, you're going to love San Diego. He goes, that was my welcoming when I get to San Diego. So he goes, the football field used to be my sanctuary. He's like, if you didn't know who MANTI is, I guarantee you're going to find out. That's where I flourish. I have more confidence there than anywhere in the world. When this stuff came out, people started making fun of me. And I would walk in a room and everyone would stop talking. He goes, it took all that from me. And I got to the NFL and I was a shell of myself.
That's right.
So he was kind of, he could have been an all-pro.
That's right.
Confidence gone. Ruins his career. And even now, people are still making fun of him.
I bet.
He's married, 2 kids, gorgeous wife.
Does he still play football?
No. He's free agent now. Ruined him. Because he goes, I was always second guessing myself down in the NFL. You can't do that.
And let me tell you.
And here's my thing.
It doesn't matter if you're innocent. Let me tell you something. When enough people have that view of you, when somebody paints you as a monster or as somebody you're
you're won over and like you're lying.
And you don't, life doesn't prepare you for that shit. I can speak from experience.
But with the crisis team, it's like, man, if you guys would just told him, all those cameras waiting for you out front, he would run past them, not tell a story.
No, man.
Tell your story, dude. If you would have got out front,
this crisis management team doesn't know what the fuck.
If you would have got out front, went, whoa, here's what happened. I got catfish, had no fucking clue. I have nothing to do with this. It's heartbreaking. I'm embarrassed. I have nothing to do with this. Boom. But Deadspin goes, nope, we need likes and clicks. So whatever, maybe you made some money off that article. Sure, and you get credit as the ones to break the news. You've ruined this human being's livelihood, you fucking pieces of shit.
That's right.
You've ruined him.
That's right.
This
And
delicate human being.
They don't care. They don't.
Oh no, they're laughing about it.
You're not.
No, even on
you're not a human being.
On the documentary, they're laughing about it. This fat, small, pale kids laughing, and you've ruined this fucking guy's career.
The guys at Deadspin
Over what?
They knew they were wrong, and they still did it.
Oh, they went. We weren't going to wait to see if the story was true or fact check. So they come out. MANTI in on it, hoax.
There you go.
But that gets blasted everywhere.
Can he sue them for that?
I don't know. I should ask him. Great guy, dude.
Because.
But you're going to crack down the documentary because he goes, you get emotional seeing it because he goes, people are so mean to me. They still are. He goes, I'm a meme man. They make fun of me nonstop. And he goes, but it's my duty because there are kids out there who come up to me and go, oh, you're my favorite or whatever. And he's like, so now it's my obligation not to put that on them. I say thank you so much, and I give back to them. He goes, I'm not going to let these haters.
Let me tell you something. The biggest fucking challenge that you face when something like that happens to you, the biggest fucking challenge that you face is not letting it take your light, not letting it turn you into a shell. That's why fighting back and speaking up is so important. So his management team doesn't know what the fuck they were talking about.
Well, these are
But he was a young guy, the expert.
He's a college kid. You look at him.
They're getting paid. I'll tell you how much they're getting paid. $20,000 a fucking month.
Oh, at least.
So fuck them.
Yeah, no, dude.
They don't know what they're talking about.
But you watch he's a baby, bro.
Listen.
He's a baby.
Listen, man. Listen. We are living in a time, and Dave Portnoy talks about it, and this is a good example where It is trial by media. They are judge, jury, and executioner. They will ruin your life. They will write an article. It will never go away, and it will color your life for the rest of everything. And your job, when you face that kind of fucking chaos, is to you go back to who you really are. You believe in yourself. You don't stop. You keep going until you fucking die. But most people, if you're sensitive, and we're all sensitive, all you want to do is run away and quit. You want to curl up in a ball and die, especially in things like that. And your job is to figure out a way to get that light back and not let them take that fucking light from you. You keep writing.
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
Keep moving.
That's what he's saying.
Keep working
He's
out.
like, they're not going to get to me because I keep giving back to kids, and he has 2 kids
fuck
now,
those people.
beautiful wife,
Fuck those
dime
people.
piece wife.
Yeah.
But here's the other thing: the problem with the media is, where was the story that he wasn't involved?
Yeah, the media
Where's that at,
loves
Pete?
destruction.
But where's that at?
Because human beings like watching destruction. They like a train wreck. They don't like watching. Okay, so I'm going to tell you, hey, Brennan, you got to watch that train just keep going on smooth tracks for a long time. It's like watching paint dry. If I say you want to watch a train crash into a fucking wall and explode, I'm watching. We love seeing destruction.
Well, I posted
It's
that
part of the human
documentary. I
condition.
said 2 takeaways from this: media sucks, and 2, be fucking nice to each other, man. Because that could happen to any of you guys.
It can happen to any. When you live in a world, I always say,
It could happen to the head guy of Deadspin.
when you live in a
How
world
would you
without
feel?
due process, you're fucking next. You're next. That's the way it is.
You got to watch that being dude. It will break your heart, man.
I believe it.
It'll break your heart. Yeah, me and him started communicating.
Wow.
I had to reach out to him, like, dude, I am so sorry that happened to you, man.
get him on the podcast.
I said, I can't. Yeah, I should.
Get him on the podcast.
Yeah.
I'd love to talk to him.
Because I wish because they also didn't follow up.
No, the follow up. Following up would ruin the story. It's not about following up. It's about clicks.
But that's
not a human being.
But that's the first time that he's come out and really talked about it, and they have his
But it's
catfish
not-
on there
it's
who's
not a-
transgender
It's
now.
not a human being. It's a target. It's
But not
a human
anymore.
being.
But not anymore. Like, if you're gonna do a documentary, do it right, and they're good and they're on Manti Te'o's side. But it's also like, well, give us an update what he's doing now. Mention that he's married to a fucking 10. I don't mean a 9 or an 8.
Yeah.
I mean a 10. After all this bullshit, bring up that he's a great father. Bring up that he has a baby girl and a son on the way. Bring up that he's okay. Bring up he didn't quit. Bring up he gives back. Bring up he's a fucking dime piece himself now.
Yeah.
He's a beautiful fucking
Stud.
human.
Yeah, stud.
Bring some of that shit up.
Yeah, he's a stud.
Yeah, you have a problem with that? Hey, Deadspin, how's your wife look?
But that's the problem. Those people
Hey,
that-
Deadspin,
Yeah.
how's your wife look?
Right.
Because guess who come out on top? Manti Te'o.
It comes down to jealousy, dude. It comes down to jealousy. You can't destroy somebody physically, so you have to do it behind a keyboard.
And then show his kids, hey, Deadspin, do your kids look like that? Fucking Gerber baby models, you fucking soy boys. He still wins
I never even heard
because he outworks you in every facet of life.
Yeah. I never heard of Deadspin anyway. It sucks, man. But you go through that shit, and you either
But it took a Netflix doc to tell his fucking
let it
story
destroy you or make you better.
10 years later?
Yeah, let it
Are
destroy
you
you.
out of
or
your
make you better.
mind?
But that's when you're in the desert. You're in the desert for a long time, and then they do a show like that, and you come out. And I think that'll help him.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
If you watch that and you're still like, I think he was in on it, you're a moron.
You're a moron. Look at Johnny Depp, crushing it now.
Yeah, a little different, but with him, he had
It
nothing
is.
to do with it, dude. He was a victim, college kid, dude.
Yeah.
Remember when you're in college, dude? Imagine that pressure.
What they'll tell
now
you-
imagine you're a top 5 talent in the world, and because you fell for this stupid, elaborate catfish scheme, you lose your stock in the draft.
Did they
And you
interview?
lose your
Did they
confidence.
interview Catfish? Boy?
Catfish transgender?
Yeah.
That's the other bummer. If you're going to get catfished,
Yeah.
bro.
I saw in the
This
trailer,
warlock catfish.
in the-
This Hawaiian warlock catfish.
In the trailer, I saw that if you're going to be transgender, it's a tough look.
What, being Samoan, being transgender?
Yeah,
Why?
it's tough.
Why?
Yeah,
But
it's
why?
not a good look.
You're welcome because you have those legs, right?
Now hold on, let's be nice. But what is that
No,
person-
fuck, be nice.
What is that person?
She
say?
ruined his fucking life.
What did that person say?
Right there. Go to that one where he's in the white jersey number 5. It'll show the picture of him and then what he looks like now.
Now,
He was a kid.
now, what did the catfisher say? Is he very sorry?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Manti Tao, he said he had a breakthrough because I think he was talking to a therapist or someone, and they go, you got to forgive. And he goes, I forgave whatever the transgender person is. He goes, I forgave her a long time ago, man. I don't have any resentment. He goes, no. You got to forgive yourself. And he said that was like a breakthrough for him. And the guy was like, you have to forgive yourself because you're so hard on yourself for falling for this and going down this road. You blame yourself.
It's hard not to, dude. It's really easy for me to hate myself. It's been always hard to like myself. That's why I'm a comic.
I think, well, yeah, you think I like myself?
You know,
I hate
like-
Mark. Just kidding.
Yeah,
was
Mark's
just-
been the problem from day
I hate
one.
myself. I hate
Mark was the
Mark.
problem from day one.
I leave mean comments on Mark's profile because his fucking body of perfect hair, man.
That's
I
true.
can't get like
But
that.
it's
like, oh, who's Shrendon Rob? I
if
don't
you're
know.
somebody that's always working hard to
Steroids.
get better, it's because you don't like yourself. So then when that shit happens, it's hard. Man.
No, if you like yourself, you're gonna stop.
Fuck, man.
If you're content. Now, I'm telling you, that doc, A, it's amazing. B, it's so heartbreaking. And if you watch that and you're still mean to people on the internet, dude, you suck. You watch it like, fuck, this kid, man.
They're just
He was a kid.
Most people that are not living the life they should become resentful and they hate existence. And they certainly some people just hate success. They hate excellence. They hate anybody trying to be better.
He has their own insecurities.
It's just what it is. Rogan was talking about that he was like, they should all take mushrooms. It would make them nicer. Do you know that they've had some really interesting things with psilocybin where
If you push mushrooms on me one more time
I'm going
on
to.
this podcast,
I'm going to.
I'm going to stuff
going to.
mushrooms through your dick hole.
They've done some really interesting studies on partner-to-partner violence, like men who hit women and stuff. And when they take one dose of psilocybin,
stop
they're
hitting?
like far less likely to become violent.
Interesting.
Again. It's got
So
such
the cops
powerful
could give
effects.
them mushrooms.
Literally.
Oh, that's going to go over well. Sir, relax. Just eat this.
Take this plant.
While the guy's in the height of his fucking anger.
Yeah.
She cheated on me. I get it, Bubba. Just take this.
Take this.
But if there's more science and knowledge on it, they'd probably take it.
Right.
But it's so taboo.
Yeah. Well,
I wouldn't take a weird looking mushroom from a cop.
Rogan said that when he was going through all his shit and they were trying to cancel him, he would take a gram a day. He
Really?
was just happy. He was like, I'm just happy. Fuck it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you could take it and then go down a weird rabbit
No,
hole.
people think that.
No, I'm just saying. I'm a rookie in this game.
Well, I went to hell. I went to hell because I got caught in an infinite loop and everybody around me turned into a
You
demon.
can give all the details.
I can't
it's
give the
even
details.
funnier.
Yeah, it's.
I told everybody.
Well, you can't be doing that.
Well, I'm telling our close friends. I had to.
Yeah, because
I had to.
because
It's the funniest.
Yeah,
story I've
I
ever heard.
became- I became-
You have to get a bit out of this.
I know.
You have to.
I know. I'm
Talk
going
about
to.
your mushroom journey and
Well, it is. It's my search for God. You know, I've been reading and doing all this stuff, and I went down the rabbit hole. Now, 6 grams, I dissolved into the sun, ended up in the fetal position, and apparently was saying some things that were outrageous. Is that a good way of saying it?
I'd say outrageous. And then tell me you
Outrageous.
couldn't stop farting too.
I was
Please tell that. He was
farting
like an elephant.
Yeah, I was just
Nonstop.
and I would come into consciousness. I would look up and I would see like somebody, and I knew I was in a room, and I was just like, and I would fart, and I knew it was outrageous, but I couldn't. But then I
felt free.
I was blind though.
You know what I love?
I was blind.
I love that those people, I'm sure you're not the first one to just take shrooms and fart all day for
Yeah.
8 hours. So I bet they're like, just let it go, Brian. Just don't hold it in.
Yeah.
Just let, oh, there it is.
There it is.
There it is. Come on. Give us
Apparently,
one
they
more.
were very nice to me, and they were trying to take care of me, and you know,
They're fucking
but
better.
I was gone.
You got to get a bit out of that.
I will because I'm gonna.
It's the funniest story ever.
I'm actually gonna.
If you could have told the story on the podcast, dude, I literally called Jim. You won't believe what happened to Brian.
You were laughing so hard.
Oh my God, dude.
I didn't know.
It's
I
so
was
funny.
told by my friend, and then I talked to the shaman guy, and he said, "Yeah, yeah," and he tried to make me feel better. He goes, "Look, the first time I took that many grams, I took all my clothes off, went into the other room, and told everybody that I was going to lay them out if they came in there."
Hilarious.
So I was like, "Well, okay, I'm not alone, but I
Well,
mean,
his story's better than yours.
story's a little better than mine. I could have, yeah, that was bad. It was the whole thing was a disaster." But I don't remember it. When I tell you
Yeah.
when I tell you that I went blind and I don't remember anything, I'm telling you that. I came in and out when I would fart and I would just hear the room go like that.
Yeah, we're not talking a little fart. We're talking Bryan is. Yeah, someone's like, "Oh, who let the wild boar?"
I
in the
remember
room?"
feeling it. I remember my ass felt like
You're like you didn't shit all over, dude.
I kept thinking I was shitting.
Diarrhea.
Well, I kept saying, I told you when I did mushrooms at first, all I was trying to do is I was trying not to shit my pants. I was like, I can't shit my pants in this whole
I think
room.
I'd eat like a bowl of chili.
Yeah.
Like if I would done that and it just sprayed the walls brown.
Yeah.
And then I come to, I'm like, oh, it smells like shit in here. Like,
Yes.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
You shit all over the walls.
So I heard my buddy said he was in a group and they were doing ayahuasca and there was a woman and she was this is this group and this woman was sitting there and she goes, I think I shat my pants, but I'm not sure, but I think I did. I think I shat my pants, although I don't know. And she just kept saying that and she was just sitting like
Did
this.
she?
Nobody checked. And then another guy came up and he goes, apparently he walked up to my friend and said, hey, I have something to tell you. And he goes, what? And he goes, and they're all tripping balls. And he goes, I'm afraid I'm Lucifer. And they go, oh, okay, well, that's not good. He goes, I know.
And he told that to people also tripping?
Yeah,
I'd have to kill him.
I know. And he
I
was
wonder
like,
how's that go down in court of law?
all
Like,
I
sir,
know
real
is
quick, told me he was the devil.
Yeah.
Then I saw horns appear.
if I killed everybody,
wouldn't know.
you can't hold me accountable. You can't. Because I did. I
Dude, speaking of shrooms,
don't remember anything.
first time doing Comedy Store in a hot second, Sam Tripoli's show.
Yeah.
Backstage, Jeff Dye, Theo, me, Eliza, monsters.
Wow.
Sitting back there.
How's Eliza doing?
Great. Because you know she had a baby.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Killer. Crushes. Anyways, Tony Rock, absolutely destroyed. Most underrated comic on the fucking planet.
amazing.
So fucking good.
Amazing.
Anyway, Josh Wolf, I'm sitting back there, I'm watching Theo set. He's so fucking funny. His new stuff's so good. And Josh goes, can I talk to you real quick? You know, me and Josh are close. And I go, what's up, man? He goes, dude, I fucked up. I took some shrooms I shouldn't have. He goes, I am so fucked up right now.
Wait, Josh.
Josh Wolf.
Oh, Josh Wolf.
And I go,
God.
really? And I go, Josh, and you can hear me coherently? He goes, yeah. I go, good thing you've been in comedy for 40 years and you're going to figure it out up there, buddy. Don't be nervous. And he goes, here's the other thing. I shit my pants. Oh.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah.
And then I swear, and then it's like, well, Theo's like, that's my time. He's supposed to be like 15, only did like 11. And Josh was after him. He's like, I gotta go on stage. I'm like, with poopy butt? And he went up there and,
Swamp ass.
and did well, did his
Yeah.
thing.
Look.
No, not swamp ass. No.
He shat.
No, mud butt.
Dose
Mud
makes
butt.
the poison. Don't do enough to shit your pants. If you're gonna do mushrooms, do 1 gram, 2 grams. Don't do enough to shit your pants.
It was so funny though. Sense of urgency. He was all, I'm like, well, hey Josh, good thing you've been doing comedy so long, it doesn't matter.
Wow.
And he goes, yeah, but I also shit my pants.
I couldn't just stand
I
up.
went, well, that's a problem.
I couldn't stand up on mushrooms.
I went, well, that's a problem. And they go, Josh, you're up. And he's like, I'll see you out there.
Yeah, no. You give me 3 grams, there's not a shot I can do that.
Dude,
Not a shot.
I told you the one time I was with Tripoli, Rogan, I forget who else. And Rogan's like, come on, dude, take it. Or Eddie. We were in back green room at the comedy store.
Oh, you smoke some weed?
You know, I'm not a weed guy. I'm the first thing.
me
I've
neither.
never been a weed guy.
Oh, me
I
neither.
just don't do well on it. I get anxiety. I eat everything in the house. I
Yeah.
put on weight. It's not for me.
Yeah.
I'm like, Rogan's doing it. I want to be like him. Give it to me. Take a puff, bro. I've never, in 7 years doing comedy, I've never forgotten a tag. Nothing came out.
Dude.
And Adam Eget, the guy who passes you in the back like this, watching me. I'm like, oh.
Rogan,
talking
12,000
nothing.
people, Rogan's high. 12,000 people, and he's
Well, he's professional.
but weed for him makes him clear.
I
literally
think
makes
because
him
Rogan's in 6th gear all the weed brings him down to 2, 2nd gear. I'm never in 6th gear.
I don't know, man.
I don't need to be in 6th gear. I'm always in 2. If I'm really moving, I'm 3rd gear. I never get to 6.
I don't see weed affect his intensity or focus even a little bit. I think it actually increases his intensity and focus.
I think for some people, if it works for you, do it.
Yeah,
for Rogan,
it's a chemical thing.
if
it works for you, if it
it's
works for
working.
you, yeah.
Weed provides a bump.
Yeah, he smoked weed and became a multi-millionaire. Yeah,
Works for him.
and he'll be a billionaire in time.
I'm sure. I mean, who knows? He's Scrooge
Well, I mean, if you want to feel bad about yourself, I mean, I'm very proud of my friend, but you go from wise guys to seeing your friend play 12,000 people.
I don't compare yourself, Bubba.
Well,
don't do that. No,
I know.
don't do that.
Don't compare
Don't
yourself.
do that. Not to Rogan.
No. Can't do
Well,
it.
it's like, yeah, me and Bert were talking about this. Like, Bert was like, you're one of the few guys who are like me where I look at things, I celebrate. He's like, I see the best in everything. I'm like,
too.
me too.
I do
I go, Bert, and not that you've ever made a bad special. I said, your special could be the worst I've ever seen. I'm going to get on this mic and say it's the best I've ever seen. I said, because you're my friend and that's how I roll. I said, also, I view it different. Like certain parts I can find that were fucking brilliant, man. And that's what I'm going to highlight. He's like, he goes, we're the exact, he's like, this is why I mean you were close, man. And Bert's always been so supportive.
Such a good
He's
guy.
the busiest guy in the fucking world. When I say he's crushing it, dude, you don't know. But I mean, Rogan's crushing it, right? Dude, Birdie boy,
Yeah.
bro.
Him and Segura.
So Rogan, right? If we have a team, Rogan's up here, right? He's the owner of the team, and then Tom's right behind him. Tom does arenas. You know, I have Thiccboy Studios. Tom's my North Star. Tom has, your mom's house studios, selling arenas. Like Tom does what I'm the alley cat version of Tom. I'm in clubs and, doing, I have the camera here that's not even HD, I'm trying, man, But, so Tom's, I don't think people realize how big Tom is. Like Mitrione doesn't know comedy. Mitrione, first time I ever seen him nervous. He was such a fan of Bert. I didn't know that. He goes, dude, I can't believe you got Bert Kreischer. I go, Bert? He goes, yeah. Oh, I go, that's my guy, man. He goes, really? I'm like, oh, dude. That's like my fucking guy. He's like, oh my God. Dude. I'm like, oh, you're nervous. You don't know Bert. They hit it off like a motherfucker. That's
great.
Because they're both into Grateful Dead and all that shit. And I was just letting them talk and
So
making
good.
fun of them.
That's so good.
Yeah.
I'm glad Sam was there too.
Oh, Sam's a killer.
Killer.
He's so
Conspiracy
fucking
Social Club on Rockfin. Free
Sam.
feed.
You know Sam does 7 podcasts.
I keep saying.
Well, he kept promoting him on the
Can
show.
you tell him to do just Conspiracy Social Club and one other?
I mean, look at
Tin
me.
Fat?
But come from me.
I know, but stop doing 7 podcasts.
Well, dude, he kept promoting it, and I thought it was a bit. He would go, "Oh, we have this show," and in my head, I'm like, "He's doing a bit. I'm not going to ruin this."
No.
And they did another one. And he starts talking. I go, "Wait, what's the show about?" And I go, "Oh, you actually do that podcast?" He goes, "Yeah, I do 7 podcasts." I go, "Oh, you're being serious?" He goes, "Yeah." I went, "Do you do more than me?" He's so funny, though. Dude. So we did a 4-hour podcast with Bert for Bare Knuckle. It's a long day. We have about 3 hours off. I had to go home, clean the house before family came home because I made a mess. I'm a fucking Gila monster at home. So my undies were like on the kitchen counter. So I had to clean up. I get no rest. And I'm like, fuck, dude, I had to have another fucking, those companions are a lot. I'm like, all right, here we go. I'll have some drinks, whatever. So I get there and then I'm like, oh yeah, Sam Tripoli's on the show. And I just happen to be.
He does a lot of work.
And I happen to be balls deep in the JFK Jr. conspiracy. That I got all, and then I just started putting in my back pocket. If I run out of things, I go,
dude.
hey, this is all it took. Dead air, boring fight. Hey, Sam, how about JFK, man? You believe in one shooter? Boom.
He's amazing.
40 minutes of content.
And hilarious.
The best.
He
knows way more about it.
Every time he walks in the room when we're doing Conspiracy Social Club, that motherfucker walks in the room and I just go, I can just sit back and because we've done 169 episodes now. I've never seen him off.
Babies.
I've never seen him off. He's never been off. Well, I wanted just have him focus on just that and we would he's just so good. He's so fucking funny.
How frustrating is it when, it's, you'll understand this, especially now. So you want Sam to focus on conspiracy, right? Isn't it frustrating when he won't? He's doing all this other stuff.
Drives me nuts.
Remember when we started finding the kid?
Yeah.
I kept telling you, dude, please focus on finding the kid.
I'm doing 15 TV fucking
and missing the
bullshit.
show, and I was like doing it with random people.
Oh my God, I remember so well. I started my own podcast, Bryan Callen
Oh,
Show.
did you? Good, brother.
I did my first episode. I'm going to release it soon. I'll let you
Where do you
know.
do it at?
I do it in my studio where I do Conspiracy Social Club, but I have my own setup now. So
I have room here. If you
I
need
would,
a
I
studio.
would love to. The only thing is it's such a drive for me. It's such a fun.
I'm just saying if you need a setup, like because now
appreciate
Chappelle's
it.
gone, we have room.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
we can
appreciate
make your
it.
own set, whatever you want to do.
It'd be great.
Yeah, I don't need anything. Use the camera, use the guys.
I love you for that.
Yeah, if you need it. But isn't it? When you're
It
trying
feels
to
good. I'm doing.
do your own.
Yeah, it feels good to just do my own. I've got some ideas.
It's a skill set.
It's a skill set. Mm-hmm. And
How about Mark? And this is kudos to Mark. Mark's never done podcasting before. And I go, hey, dude, I'm starting a network, and I want you, he's so entertaining. I want you to do your own podcast. He goes, oh, and everyone's like, who's you can do it with? I'm like, you can do it by yourself. Now, as podcasters, we have our 10,000 hours. We have our black belts in podcasting. Mark's never done podcasting. My dumb ass, and this is the trust I have in Mark. You're going to do it by yourself. It's mission impossible. There's about 10 of us who can do it by themselves. You ran to a phone. You got to be a bit of a narcissist. You ran into the fucking camera. There's no audience. You're not bouncing ideas. I'm telling you, you can do it. Fucking Mark, never done What episode?
Talented guy.
What episode you on?
40 something.
40 something.
He's very talented.
By himself.
Did you see his commercial for Oakenfold? He did for the. I was like, you need to get a percentage.
Oakenstone, right?
Yeah,
Oakenstone.
Oakenstone.
Oh,
I'm
Daddy,
like,
he does get a percentage. Who do you think
very
is his
good.
manager?
He's very good. Oh, thank you.
I did the deal.
Thank you.
Yeah.
He's very good.
Yeah.
Very fucking good.
He's never done
Brendan was
podcasts.
instrumental in putting that deal together. So.
I love it.
I really appreciate that. That's really sweet, and obviously goes without
basically
saying.
an
I'm very grateful for
You're an actor.
everything.
You're an artist.
Thank you.
The bodybuilding is your way of expressing yourself.
And I appreciate you saying that because you told me that before, and it's like I try not to make other people define me that way, but it's really nice to hear from other people.
No, you're a sensitive guy.
But I think with Mark, because he looks like that and he's jacked and stuff like that, I think people will assume like meathead.
No,
Mark
way more sensitive than you and I. He's way more.
I wouldn't say
sensitive.
that. Mark, top 10 smartest people I know.
Yeah, very smart guy.
Yeah.
and creative.
Smart as fuck. Real quick, this is his pedigree, just to build up market. You know, his brother went to Johns Hopkins. Ever heard of it?
Wow.
He went to Harvey Mudd undergrad, and then he got his PhD in applied math and computer science at Johns Hopkins. So
Really?
yeah,
Yeah, him and all his brothers.
and
fucking
his wife is like a
nerds.
Harvard lawyer and stuff like that. So their kids are going to be.
that's where Mark
My other
comes
brother's
from.
very smart too. It's just he was actually like the athlete of the family. You know, he was a higher level wrestler, better football player than me. But
Was he the one who came Tough Mudder?
yes,
Yeah, he's
now it doesn't
fun.
look like it
He's
now,
fun.
but he's actually
fun,
very
too.
athletic.
He's athletic and smart.
Also more popular than me, right? So
Really?
he's like an intro. Well, once he got to college, and he's a party animal. Like, so everybody like, dude, your brother's so fun. I'm
Big
like,
guy?
I know Andy's like shy Andy. So
Yeah.
he gets drunk. He can dance. Like that was his gimmick. He's like the 300-pound
nothing
guy who
better.
can just dance
Nothing
his ass off, and
nothing
like
better.
everybody
the
loves
big
it.
fat white guy who can dance. You know how hard it is to dance? Such a skill set.
It's sort of shocking how good he is.
Well, that's like Bert. I was asking him because he brought up, he was labeled the biggest party animal in America from Florida State, and Florida State was the #1 party school at the time. It's CU every year now, not a big deal. Shout out to CU alum. But he was on the Rolling Stones, biggest party animal. And I go, hold on, Bert, I bet you got chicks, dude. And he goes, no, never. No, never. He goes, I could never figure it out. He goes, I was the fun party guy. I could never close the deal. He goes, everyone views me as the buddy. And he goes, also, I'm not driven by hooking up with chicks. I'm driven with people liking me and having fun. He goes, so I never pursued it, and they never came at me. I was like, what? You're in Rolling Stones in the fucking 90s, and you weren't getting your dick sucked doing backflips? He goes, no. He goes, I only had sex with 6 women.
He's amazing.
Yeah, he was like, it just wasn't my thing.
Yep.
He was still today. It's not, I'm not motivated by sex and none of that. I'm like, wow.
God bless him.
Yeah. Isn't that
God
crazy?
bless Bert Kreischer.
Oh, the best.
I'm sorry I missed that fight companion. That would have been fun.
Oh, it's been so fun, dude.
Fuck. We'll do it next. We'll do another.
Dude, I'm telling you, 4 hours go by. I thought it was an hour.
I know.
That's how good Bert is.
I know. You had Bert and Sam Tripoli on that bad boy. And Mitch Rayon's no slouch either. Mitch Rayon's fucking
Mitch
great.
Rayon's the best, dude. Dude, Mitch
love
Rayon,
him.
I go, hey, dude, I'm doing a companion at 11 a.m. You down? He's like, dude, it's my son's first football game. I go, nobody knows being a dad more than me. Don't worry about it. He goes, hold on, let me figure it out. Let me see what time the game is. Goes his son's game, leaves at halftime to make the flight to
Great
come
dad.
here.
He's a great
Yeah,
dad.
beast dad, great dad. Yeah. So he makes the flight here. And then, but 2 days before that, I go, hey, I have a wild idea. And he goes, what? I go, what do you think about doing the podcast with Bert at 11? And then Saturday night, there's big UFC. My family's not even here. I'm free, dude. You down to do a second companion? He goes, why not? Let's get wild.
So good.
He got hammered on the Bert
He's
podcast. Yeah.
great.
Him and Bert just hit it off, dude.
Yeah, dude. Why
Yeah.
how do you not hit it off with Matt Mitrione? He's the best.
The
He's
best.
fucking the best. I love that guy. I love him.
All right, Chin, what do you got?
All right. The first one is we waited for you to do this. This guy that gets 100 erections a day.
Yeah.
That's a curse.
Well, so apparently he never had this before.
That was me in middle school.
Couldn't stand up.
No, I'd always tuck it up into my sweats or my
That was
jeans.
me all the way up through my 20s, dude.
No, in middle school is a disaster. Like you're going to fucking get your lunch, get a
I know what you're saying when you
because of
tuck
the
it into your
breeze.
belt.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've done that.
Yeah, where
many
it's like
times, too.
the submarine thing.
But he said he never had this issue before. It's just when he met this girl, and he went to check it up at the hospital too. But they said there's nothing wrong with him. It's
I
just
don't buy
he just
this
found this woman that he just finds super attractive.
I don't buy
So
it.
they could just talk, hang out, and he'll just get an erection.
Yeah, well, he's stupid, and also I don't buy this.
Oh, he looks like he had that big old stupid dick.
He looks like Leon Edwards' fucking less athletic brother.
Some sort of relation.
Keep scrolling down.
But see, look at her picture here.
Does she have a big ass or
Look
something?
at her here. She's doing some filter stuff for sure.
A little older.
She'll
She's
put
a
on
little
some weight.
older.
Huh?
I mean, like, look at this. Completely
older.
different
Oh,
woman.
that's a filter there.
God
Yeah,
bless.
yeah.
God bless. She's older. She's an older
But there
woman.
might,
older
there might
woman.
be
I
something.
Appreciate it.
Let's see. Through the whole relationship, he's always had an erection in shops, restaurants, the gym. How can you work out with a boner? I just wonder if any other couples are the same. Sometimes it's embarrassing,
This
but he
is
laughs
such
about it.
horseshit. It's like, all right.
Hold on. The devoted girlfriend says Martin's constant desire for sex cuts into her own time. She struggles to keep up with the chores, appointments, while meeting his naughty. I bet he just needs it all the time. He can go to sleep with an erection, wake up with one, even though he does night shifts. There's no change out at all. It's every single place we are. We have we can be having a perfectly normal everyday conversation. Should we climb mountains next weekend? And he has an erection. I can come down the stairs and walk past the glass door and be in the next room. It still happens, dude. Yeah, that's a curse. 'Cause, you have an erection for too long, it hurts.
So Bryan doesn't believe
right
it.
now.
You have one. You have an erection.
Yeah, right now.
That'd be a nightmare. If you're in middle school and you really don't know how to deal with it.
Yeah. When was the last time you had a real stiffy?
This morning,
You had some sex this morning?
no.
You just had a fucking hard
The
on?
kids come in the room. There's no morning sex.
Oh, yeah.
My son Boston wakes up, goes, "Pop, let's go downstairs."
Yeah,
I'm like,
you
"It's
gotta get rid of that
5 in the
dick.
morning,
Yeah.
dude." But then I wear whitey tidies. I can't wear anything else. They're colored though because shit stains, right? Smart.
Yeah.
It's a black belt
Sure,
move.
make sure they're
So I have
white.
dark colored undies.
Gotta
I get
have
up and
dark
big dick just hanging out, man.
Yeah.
My girl goes, get look at your dick. I'm like, oh, I didn't even see that fucking dragon tail down there.
Yeah. Big old angry
That's why I
guy.
told her, I'm like, whoops.
He woke up a little early.
I went, good morning.
Good morning. Little tan hut.
You're
action.
welcome.
Little tan hut. Oh, he's angry.
They say it's health if you wake up with a boner.
Why he needed a little feed?
Yeah.
That
Testosterone,
bad
yeah.
boy needed to get his face in the feed bucket.
Yeah,
Blood
well,
flow,
you need,
too.
You need to wake up.
Like if you're not getting blood flow to the penis, it could be something else. You know?
What'd you say, Mark?
Just like cardiovascular issues. You know, Viagra was a heart medication. You know, like to open up your capillaries. But that's so. It is this sign of health that's pretty important. Blood pressure. You know,
And they say it's healthy. Like if you get boners in the morning, it means your testosterone's good.
yeah.
Yes.
I mean, it's not every morning, but pretty frequently.
Everyone here get
In the morning?
boners in the morning?
Oh,
I
yeah.
still do.
Yeah, but I can't
Not
do
every-
anything. I
not
got my
every
kid. I mean, I don't want
not
to scare the
every
fucking kids away, you know? Big old
Big old dong.
angry dick in the morning.
problem.
And he has morning breath.
So this woman was charged with murder because she went to visit her, I guess her boyfriend in jail, and she distributed meth in a balloon with her mouth
And
when
it
she
popped.
kissed him.
It popped.
No, so I don't know if it popped in his stomach. He died, right? So this is the guy.
That's the guy that
and
died?
That's the guy that died, and this is the girl that did it.
Oh, she looks like she'd deliver meth.
But so I don't know if he did the meth afterwards and then he died, or if it popped in his stomach and then he died.
Yeah, did he?
But she's charged with
I
murder.
wonder if he overdosed.
Yeah, he could have.
Wow. Yeah, because if he took it and hasn't had it in a while and some real good shit,
Mm-hmm.
and then he overdosed, that's on her.
Yeah.
I was reading the other day that you probably don't have it here. I should have sent it, but you know, Whitey Bulger's family suing the state for $200 million because they're saying it makes no. The prison that he went to is.
For violent felons.
Oh, dude, they call. I forget the name of it. Horrible prison, like known for violence.
Yeah.
And they put him in with a kid who has ties to him, who wants to kill him.
Well, no, they put him in with the guy. Steve.
3 guys got charged.
They put him with a guy who didn't turn, and he's doing a like 5.
Well, 2 of the
life
guys
sentences.
that are charged for the murder, 2 of the guys are in for life, so they don't give a flying fuck. But
yeah.
the one 27-year-old, he only had like 10 years.
That's
He's
it.
fucked
I thought
now.
he was at lifer.
No,
too.
only 2 were lifers. 2 of the 3 were lifers. The third one was not.
Really?
But he's charged. Now he is.
Because
Because you beat up an old man.
took his eyes out or something. I
Oh,
think.
but you don't know the details, huh?
Took his tongue in his eyes or
Oh,
something like
Bubba.
that.
Well, what they like to do with
Yeah.
Whitey Bulger is they put locks in socks, and he's 89 and he's confined to a wheelchair. So they're going to lock into the wheelchair, go ahead and shut that cell door so nobody can get in. And then what they did is they took the locks and the socks and beat him to death.
Yeah.
But they're not going to let you go that easy. So then as my boy's beating you, one of the 3, what he's going to do is scoop out your eyeballs where you're alive.
Sure.
And then we're going to take a knife, shank, not a knife.
Gotta take it.
And it's not clean.
Make sure it's dull.
Yeah.
And full
Yeah.
of.
You're going to get tendonitis.
Tetanus, not
yeah,
tetanus.
tetanus. Yeah. So we're gonna take a rusty shank and then sever your tongue off.
Yeah.
And then continue to beat you until you
So
die.
they took his tongue and his eyes.
And
Nice,
now
guys.
remember, he's 90.
Right, 89. 89, so that's fair. He's still in his 80s.
You're basically doing that to Joe Biden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So when you hit that fragile skull, it makes a dent.
yeah, he was
So his family's suing for $200 million.
well, there's a theory on that.
And the judge went like this.
Conspiracy.
Judge went like this. That's why he bulged it.
There's a conspiracy on that. Remember, he was an FBI informant.
Correct?
He knew a lot of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Why was he allowed to slip for so long? There's this whole theory that
Oh, he was on the run for 15 years?
that, but also there's a whole theory about why
He got away?
he basically was put in that prison. They wanted him to shut the fuck up. 'cause
But
he
at
knew too
90?
much.
At 90?
89? Still had some things to say. They knew he'd be taken out.
Yeah, but you can't really get to media out. I mean, it makes sense what you're saying. I'm just saying there's not like there's a media outlet, you know?
Well-
it's like Jack Ruby, right? He was like, hey, I'm ready to tell my story now. I have the truth. They're like, you're good. He's like, no. Literally, I'm going to tell you what exactly happened. Died of cancer 2-3 months later. Wouldn't let him do interviews.
Yeah. I know. So who knows?
Wouldn't that be weird if the family won?
They
If
could.
the judge, I'm like, first of all, it's Whitey Bulger, dude. He killed 11 people that we know of, and they think there's probably 30 more.
He was the worst.
The worst, yeah. So, the guy you're trying to sue the state for, right? For 200 mil. So he killed probably 30 people, ran a whole mafia organization in Boston, ruined families. Cool. Here's the other problem. He's 90, right? So if they didn't do it, something else would get it. We're not giving 200 million.
Right. Probably.
I bet they're gonna be like, because he's 90, we'll give you 5 million.
Yeah.
Because he's 3 years. max.
Definitely. You always you sue for a crazy amount and you settle out of court.
Yeah. City is settled. They have the money. Prisons,
Mm-hmm.
all the money. What else you got, Jen?
All right, so this pastor, wait, not this one. This pastor did a rant about the people in his church not donating enough money so he could buy his favorite watch, a Movado watch, and it was caught on camera.
You want a Movado watch?
He wanted a
He wanted
Movado
the
watch.
congregation to buy it for him?
Yes. So this is the
Love
video
to
here.
watch him.
Even found out that Movado, you can buy a Movado watch in Sam's.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
And y'all know I asked for one last year. Here it is the whole way in August. I still ain't got it. Y'all ain't saying nothing. Let me kick down the door and talk to my cheap sons and daughters. I don't want to hear no more excuses about what y'all can't afford. You can't afford it because you don't see the value here. Y'all hear from y'all pastor and father, I'm over y'all.
Someone said no.
Please.
I'm over your cheap expressions. That's how I know you still poor, broke, busted, and disgusted. That's how you been honoring me.
Poor, broken, disgusting. Now, Movados are $200?
No, they can be in the
$400?
thousands, but they're not
I
like.
bought my mom one years ago.
It's not like a
her goal.
Rolex or
no,
anything, yeah.
it's not like he's asking for a fucking Daytona.
But still, asking your.
Worth your St. John.
Oh, this whole thing's weird. I'm just saying they could have got the money together. I'm with him on this.
I ain't worth y'all Louis Vuitton. I ain't worth your Prada. I'm not worth your Gucci. Mother, I'm saying this, and I promise you, Deacon, it is not with respect and want. I'm saying it because I want you to understand just what God is saying. Even found out that Movado.
Why are there neon lights behind him?
He's amazing.
So here's his apology afterwards.
Oh, yes.
Hold on.
He had to issue an apology.
Good evening. My name is Carlton Funderburg. I'm the senior pastor of Church of the Well, right here in Kent.
Oh man.
Oh, man.
Hold on.
That's all I needed to see anyway.
No.
It was already
no,
cringy.
please. No, I need the whole thing.
Pastor of Church of the Well, right here in Kansas City, Missouri. I want to take this moment to address the now viral video clip of August 2022. Though there is context behind the content of the clip, no context will suffice to explain the hurt and anguish caused by my words. I've spoken to those I am accountable to and have received their correction and instruction. I have also privately apologized to our church, who has extended their love and support to me. I'm privileged to do life with them.
It's a good apology.
But I mean, you're a jerk.
Or my sentiments toward God's people, yet that's not discernible in the clip. Therefore, I offer this sincere apology to you today. No context could erase the words I used. I apologize to all who have been hurt, angered, or in any way damaged by my words. The zeal of any presentation must be tempered with love and respect.
Does he have to read from the cue card?
It's a very, very well worded, articulate
Yeah, he's
apology.
reading.
Way better than I could ever
No,
do.
he's entertaining.
That dude's got a way with language. That motherfucker
Hope
is
someone
good.
gets some Movado watch.
I'm gonna buy it.
It's
I
so
want to buy him a
lame.
Movado watch right now.
Find a kid, buy one.
No, do not buy
I'll
him a
buy him a
watch.
watch right now.
Please don't. Please don't.
100%.
All right, Mark.
You don't have the balls.
Take your email. I got some.
I will.
Oh yeah, there we go. So this is in
Holy
University Avenue in Orlando. Shockingly, the pilot did not die. Only had minor
He's like he didn't hit any fucking cards.
Yeah.
Dude.
God, could you pull it up a little bit?
Looks like he was trying to do
lost
that.
electric power, maybe? That happens with these. See how his propellers
Is that John F. K. Jr.?
He lost electrical power, so he had to do a crash landing. My dad had to do that. He got all fucked. The plane was fucked.
Fucking Harrison Ford did that in Santa Monica.
Imagine, yeah, you live.
Whoa.
Thank God he didn't
that's
hit
tough.
any fucking.
That's exactly what happened to my dad.
This,
But he landed on the runway.
Yeah, do it. So this is in Brazil, I believe, and we got a little video of
Oh, this is
an
so
alligator.
crazy.
Oh, this was on World Star.
Wait a minute.
This guy went in, it's in Mexico. He went into
my
an area
gosh,
where they
that's
said,
horrible.
don't swim dangerous crocodiles. He went, I'll be okay. The crocodile went, you saw the sign, and now your
That's
ass
a
up.
real crocodile, too.
Oh, that's a dinosaur.
Dude,
Now you're-
what the fuck?
Now your ass up,
a
dig down in the water.
Look at that motherfucker right there. Oh my God. We'll see you later.
Nightmare. Dude, nightmare. He's just carrying your body
He wasn't
along.
allowed to. It's not an alligator. It's a crocodile. He wasn't allowed to swim there. What happened? He was told
No,
not to
you know, there's signs all over say do not swim dangerous crocodiles.
do that.
Yeah.
What is this?
Conor McGregor just getting weird.
Is he with a new movement coach?
Yeah. Same breathing coach as Luke Rockhold.
Whatever it's doing, it's fucking working.
He looks great.
He looks fantastic. Look at his quads and hamstrings.
Big guy.
I can't wait for him to come back.
Magic McGregor. Huh?
He's definitely coming back.
Yeah, yeah.
So when he sees him like that, what do you think about him posting that in general?
Look, we're talking
nobody's
about it.
better at taking the hype
Yep.
away. So Usman lost. People talking about Leon Edwards. He's chiming in. He just takes everyone's shine. He's like,
Yeah.
oh, cool.
This
Check
woman
out.
did exactly what she's supposed to when an alligator grabbed
An
her.
alligator attacked its
I
hand
remember
etiquette.
this.
She rolled with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, watch this.
Okay.
We got a problem here. Oh,
Oh,
That's it. Roll with it.
God, get your kid out of there, lady. You hear the little girl going, "Mommy."
Did you see her
we
jump to
actually saw
guard?
this before.
How was
What?
it? Yeah.
Did you see her jump to guard?
Yeah.
That's very,
I think
that's
that-
very smart.
But she got
Jump
out.
to guard and roll with that fucker.
Yeah, you roll with it so it doesn't tear all
man,
the
oh
ligaments
man.
off.
Well, it's gonna pull your hand off. That's
But also, who's the shitty parent who's like, "Holy shit, watch this."
fuck, man. Dude, I get all fucked up.
Yes,
This was crazy.
This was a guy. Yeah, you seen this? He,
No.
this is an off-duty police officer. I guess this guy was chasing him, and he like, look how hard he tries to hit him. And then the whole caption explains the story that it was basically like, even if you have a firearm, don't think that you shooting at a car that's coming at you is going to stop it per se. You can't be like, I got it, boom, boom, boom.
No,
It's
this-
just going to like, you know.
Yeah, this isn't fucking.
Does he
But
shoot
yeah,
at
the
the
way it
car?
elapses,
Transformers
yeah,
3.
because it comes back and tries to get him. It's a wild little video.
Play this. Why are they trying to get him?
They didn't go into it, but
And he's an off-duty police officer.
yep.
He just threw it on the ground, his phone?
We saying, "Oh shit, why is the guy so mad?" And the guy wants to fight him.
Yeah, you have to assume he's being
Road
targeted.
rage?
It wasn't just a random thing. Yeah. He's like,
Give him a
nope.
lot of opportunities. Why was the guy so upset?
So then he throws it in drive.
God, why didn't this guy get behind something?
Oh my God, what are you doing, dude?
Did that guy die or? He landed on grass. Now is he going back over him?
Sounds like it. Feels like it.
Oh, he's still doing it.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. So he stayed alive at least. Whew.
So
don't
what
know
happened?
what happened,
Do we
yeah.
know any of the backstory?
I'm going to read it out right now. Police said the incident began with Brown noticing a man approaching his vehicle at his house, and the guy sped away as Brown approached, hitting a car in a mailbox. Then Hill made his first attempt. So there's a little bit beforehand. He made his first attempt to run Brown over before hitting a tree. That's where the footage picks up.
But also, that guy, why are you standing out there and get ran over? Get behind the tree or something, dude. Get behind your car.
And they were finally able to subdue the guy. And he went to the hospital but was released. So I think it's all good.
Damn, they really. That guy's good. But the guy trying
Yeah.
to murder him, did he get arrested or?
Yeah, they were able to subdue him
Jesus
and
Christ,
put him
yeah.
under arrest.
Yeah,
He
he's
didn't,
fine.
he didn't catch a bullet at all.
That's a good question. They
kind of
didn't give an
car was
update
he
on
driving?
whether or not he got shot. Yeah, but he was charged with attempted murder, held on bond of $1 million.
Jesus Christ.
So this is a fun one. So you see he's chasing this iguana off. I don't know if he's trying to hit it or what, but
Why does he want the iguana so bad? Oh, he wants himself an iguana.
No way!
But why kill the? He was trying to
Right.
kill it.
Who knows, dude?
yeah,
He's
the
just a
weird part is that
maniac.
he looks like he was going to smash it with a stick, but
Then he wants
other
to
than that,
catch it.
pretty impressive. We just got to assume.
Hopefully, he didn't kill it. Brian Drunken Montana. Someone said Brian Drunken Montana.
on a fucking bear's back. That's such a good way to get your fucking head ripped off. That's a
It'd do
fucking
him a
bear.
favor if it knocked out his teeth.
Uh-huh.
Jesus
Wow.
Christ, he's riding a grizzly.
Holy
Hammered.
shit.
That's some Russian shit.
I need a good old.
This is a guy dressed as an FBI agent, tries to rob a dispensary owner. Looks legit, right?
Yeah.
No, because it says FBI, cop.
What's going on? For what? What's going on, man? For Titus. I'm Titus. Yeah, what's going on? I'm done in the circuit. For what? Hey, where you say you from again? Yeah.
His teeth are
I
showing.
know his teeth are the funny part.
I'm definitely in the house. Come on in. Hey, go ahead. Back up, bro. Search warrant for the weed. I own a dispensary. Back up. Back up off my porch, bro. Back up, bro.
What?
What FBI agent would have shorts on?
Did he get shot?
Looks like a UPS worker.
Oh, he come back? Oh, I thought this is
Yeah,
coming
just
back.
starting up again.
Holy shit.
He even said like the FBI. He was like the Federal Building Enforcement or something. Like he didn't know what it stood for.
His teeth roll through.
Terrible.
Hey, dog.
Fucking robber.
Hey, dog. It's the,
It's
he
police.
didn't know what the FBI.
Hey,
it's the
It's American police. American
forget about it, investigator,
police.
man.
Weed police guy.
Give me your weed.
For the weed.
We're anti-police.
I'm here for
we're
the weed,
anti-police
dog.
brigade. Please
Did
open
you say
up.
dog? Hey, do you have Yeezys on and shorts?
Fucking, what a terrible job.
What a dumbass.
You're even lazy at robbing people. Fuck.
Hey, give me a
Guy
weed.
sucked. He sucked as a
Is
criminal.
that it, Chin?
That's it.
Fun show, man. We haven't been back in a hot second.
Been a while, buddy. Been a while.
Has been a while. For me, Tough Mudders this Saturday in Chicago. Tough Mudder. Come run with the Thick Boys, 11 a.m. heat. Use code Team Brendan. Get 10% off at sign up. Mark Harley will be there. I'll be there. Some of the Thick Boy staff will be there. Come run with the boys. 15K, 11 a.m. This Mother Truckin' Saturday in Chicago. Tour-wise, LA, Schaub and Friends, August 31st, Wednesday night, 8 p.m. show. Some monsters and a very special guest will be on that Schaub and Friends and Hollywood Improv. But then the real tour starts Appleton, Wisconsin, September 8th through the 10th. That bitch almost sold out. Ontario Improv, Ontario, California, one of my favorite clubs, September 15th through 17th. Then I end September in Boston, Laugh Boston, September 29th through October 1st. Get your tickets at thiccboy.com. Thiccboy merch drops Friday too. It's basically NBA quality jersey, Thiccboy jerseys, Thiccboy shorts, and hats. That's thiccboy.com, 9 a.m.
Raleigh, North Carolina, good nights, September 8th through 10th. I apologize. I had to cancel Nashville. But I'll be back in March. Raleigh, North Carolina, good nights, September 8th through the 9th. San Jose, California, Improv, September 15, 16, 17. Spokane, Washington, Spokane Comedy Club, September 22, 24. I'm in Bridgeport, Connecticut, Stress Factory, October 13th through the 15th. Just go to bryancallen.com. Toehold has rash guards. They got Violence Solves Everything and Don't Be a Little Cuck, which are selling like fucking wildfire. And as always, bryancallen.com. Best of on YouTube. We're coming out with more episodes. I'm coming out with the fucking Austin two-parter. So funny and so good. Sorry, it's been a minute. And I'm dropping my own podcast, The Bryan Callen Show, soon. Very soon. I'll let you know.
All right, kids. Love you. This is the Fine Kid. We're out.